Fan Run Radio for another Football Friday live broadcast of The Drive at the Casual Pint North Shore this Friday from 3 to 6. Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fan Run Radio. Good to be with you here on this beautiful Thursday in East Tennessee. It's Bear and Walker through the glass this afternoon as Bob Baskerville has taken a commanding lead. He has a stranglehold. Unless somebody gets really sick or decides to take an unexpected sabbatical, I mean, he's basically got the Crest Cup given annually to the winner of the Wallace Award, to the Fan Run Radio employee who takes the most days off. He's got that thing wrapped up at this point.
He's definitely got a stranglehold on.
He's got more of a stranglehold than Ted Nugent. Look it up, Walker.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But you don't know the Nuge?
No.
Ted Nugent.
Man.
No,
we're gonna have to make you a mixtape.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have a tape player?
Do I have a tape player?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a tape player, but my mom has a record player.
Well, that would be the preferred way to listen to Stranglehold.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That is a killer song. Is that his best song? Nuge.
Cat Scratch Fever is pretty good. What are the other candidates? It's been a long time since I've gone down the Nuge rabbit hole.
I don't really remember. I mean,
Stranglehold's got to be up there.
There's certain bands where, like, their hits, I love them, but I just never really get into that much more of their catalog. Like, he's got two bangers that I know of, Cat Scratch Fever, and then Stranglehold's incredible.
Ted Nugent. What a living legend. Cat Scratch Fever, Fred Bear, I remember Free for All. Wango Tango.
I do remember that one. Wango Tango was a good one.
The great singer-songwriter, poet of our time, warrior poet, Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I remember he used to come out.
You can't grill it until you kill it.
He did his concerts in a loincloth. Yeah, I said that right. I said it.
The Motor City Madman.
He'd swing in like Tarzan.
I'll take your guys' word for it.
So
I promise.
We get down to it. By the way, Basketball Media Day is happening right now as we speak over at the Pratt Pavilion. Rick Barnes unveiling his team to the local media. Of course, you could go see him play Saturday morning at 11:30 in a scrimmage setting that's open to the public, and people are getting fired up for basketball. I know I am. We're less than a month away from Duke being in the Tommy Bowl.
Duke. You thinking about going down there for the practice Saturday morning, the scrimmage?
I've thought about it. It's like the perfect time. You go down a little early onto campus. You get onto campus. You go spend an hour watching the guys scrimmage, and then you go tailgate.
I probably won't go just because I'm not going to the game.
Ooh,
but
I forgot about the game for a second.
You forgot about the game.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're having the open scrimmage?
I don't know. I saw he was having an open scrimmage. I didn't connect the two things.
Yeah, I don't want to. The parking would be a hassle, and I've got some other things going on. But I will probably not be there. I do expect a full and complete report from alert listeners on Overreaction Monday here on The Drive. Reminder, come see us tomorrow. We will be live at Trailhead Beer Market presented by Garage Beer. The forecast looks immaculate, and Fan Run needs a big showing. If you love us, come out and see us. And even if you don't love us, even if you're kind of lukewarm, maybe I don't know, maybe you have a love-hate thing going on. Maybe you flat out hate us. I don't know. All I know is we need to see you tomorrow. Our friends at Garage Beer are expecting a big turnout, and we need to sell some 12-packs of Garage Beer. I'll be buying one for certain. I love Garage Beer, my favorite beer, and there isn't a close second. Come out and get some so that your refrigerator will be freshly stocked for the month of October. 1317 Island Home Avenue is the address for Trailhead Beer Market. Great setting. We're going to be outside on the porch. We're going to be kicking it with the breeze. We're going to have the Gato Pelagroso food truck with the best burgers in Knoxville grilling them up for you folks. And we're going to be sipping ice cold Garage Beer. I mean, this is why we do this thing called The Drive. It's for days like tomorrow, folks. Come on out and be a part of it at Trailhead Beer Market.
It's going to be a thing. It's always beautiful down. We've been really lucky with the weather every year. It's going to be a high of 71 tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Perfect porch weather. And they've got a really good porch.
Perfecto.
Looking
Let's
forward to
see
that.
what else we got here. The Crown Pick of the Week thing is live. Crown Cleaners, Crown Pick of the Week score contest. Go on to Facebook.com/The Drive with Russell Smith. Give us your score prediction for the game. And the closest one is going to win fabulous gifts and prizes from Crown Cleaners, from the Pizza Kitchen, from Fan Run Radio. So here's something to keep in mind as you make your score prediction for the Vols and Arkansas. Arkansas under Pittman was a really good road team, like sneaky good. As a matter of fact, since they got drilled pretty good at Mississippi State without their starting quarterback in 2022, they haven't lost a game on the road by more than a touchdown.
Really?
And it's over 2 years. Yeah.
That's a shocking.
How did he not?
Wow.
How did they not have any more success than he had then? Were they abysmal at home?
They were hard luck, man. They lost a lot of one-score games. Like you saw Hunter Yurachek saying that at the press conference to announce Petrino. They lost a lot of one-score games. They lost by a point at Memphis this year. They lost by 6 at Ole Miss this year. They lost by 7, 28-21 at Mizzou last year. They beat Mississippi State on the road last year. They beat Auburn on the road last year. They beat Florida 39-36. They lost to Alabama by 3 2 years ago, and they lost to Ole Miss by 7. I mean, this is like 10 games. It's been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games since they've lost by more than a touchdown on the road. They've either won or lost by 1 score.
Well, you got to come in and scare the devil out of us today, man.
You respond to that however you want to. I'm just telling you as you make your score prediction for the Crown Cleaners Crown Pick of the Week, because I know what's going to happen.
Blown out.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people who say, we're going to win, 52-35 or whatever. That has not been their track record. Now, that was all under Pittman. Pittman is no longer there, and this is Bobby Petrino's show. My biggest thing, and we're going to talk to Andrew Ellis, who covers Arkansas, coming up in hour number 2. My biggest thing is, what is the buy-in level right now for Arkansas's players? Because Pittman was such a player's coach, right? And the kids loved him, and that was true when he was O-line coach here, and that was true. Like he got those kids to play hard. That's probably why they were unblowoutable on the road,
because they just play hard for him.
They play hard, and Bobby Petrino is a good coach. You say a lot of good things about Bobby Petrino. I don't think he's a player's coach. I don't like his reputation is like he's a madcap offensive genius, recruiter or whatever. He probably bends the rules, but he's not a warm and fuzzy guy.
Yeah.
And you saw when Pittman was fired, a couple of their players going on social media and voicing their displeasure. So that'll be my is if Petrino can motivate those guys, Like, he's a better X's and O's coach than Pittman. But that's the question. Can he motivate them? Or are some of those dudes going to be like, that was our coach. We didn't sign up to play for no stinking Bobby Petrino, and we're not going to go to war for him.
I mean, and on top of that, I would wonder about the defense because Bobby fired all their position coaches, it sounds like. He pretty much fired the whole defense. He keeps some of those guys.
Oh, yeah. No, he didn't fire. He fired the coordinator, Travis Robinson, and I think one or two other guys, and he just elevated. He brought in one guy off the street to kind of coach D-line, I think.
Yeah, you said it was a former NFL guy.
And then he just elevated
a couple of guys that were already
there.
like
assistants. What do you call them? Quality control guys.
I don't know. I haven't gone on the Arkansas message boards this week. Normally, I'd try and get a lay of the land, do some reconnaissance work.
Undercover?
Not really. No.
You don't post anything. You just read or lurk.
I think my screen name's Peyton Manning, and the avatar picture is a Sterner fumble. I mean, they've drawn me out a couple of times.
You have a special Arkansas message board persona.
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning with the Sterner fumble.
Yeah,
that's a good use of your time, Bear. I'm proud of you for that.
I mean, it's not hard to register for the.
No, I'm not. That's good for you, man. That's productive.
I've always got it. So if you need to go check out what's going on, I've got an account. I'm ready to go. And I've been now. See, it says I've been a member since like 15 years now. It's hog something.
I feel like you are just making all of this up. Right
no,
I
swear to God, I'm absolutely not.
Enjoyed watching your Yankees
Here we go.
choke and flutter away an opportunity last night. Enjoyed watching my Cubbies
fighting it off.
But yeah, staving off elimination. Get the game 4 of the Cubs Brewers series tonight starts at 9:00.
Yeah, 8:00 Wrigley time.
That's got to be the latest first pitch in Wrigley Field history, right?
It's got to be close. I can't imagine.
I'm sure there was like a rain delay game where they started it after 9 or 10 or something. But for like a scheduled first pitch, like even the World Series, those games all start no later than 8, right?
Yeah, like those games have never started later than 8 or 9. The latest they'll start would be 9 because it's on the West Coast. Like when it was in Dodger Stadium last year, I think they still started it at like 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Well, I'll be up cheering on the Cubbies. The Phillies stave off elimination last night against the Dodgers. I did not stay up for that. That was a good one.
It was a solid game. Philly, Schwarber 2 bombs. He hit one 450 feet. He's going to make so much money this offseason.
North Carolina is backing Bill Belichick after all the rumor and innuendo that came out last night. I guess they felt compelled to address the situation. They did it in a social media post where basically Belichick said, I intend to be here. And then the AD there, Bubba Cunningham, said, we fully support Bill Belichick and the UNC football program.
Yeah, I mean, would you call that a vote of confidence, or what would you call it?
I was thinking about that.
It was a little more than a...
I missed the dreaded vote of confidence. Because it used to be pre-social media days, the athletics director would release a statement, and it would be like a one-page thing. They would fax it off to the media, and it was, we support this coach that is obviously getting fired. We just don't want to fire him right now. I don't know what you could call that. I don't think anybody's buying it.
No, he's going to be a one-and-doner. I think they just, what would they do for the rest of the season if you blow him out? And then, I mean, it's obvious they're not going to name his son as the next head coach at the University of North Carolina.
Well, yeah, they're 5 games in, and I just, it's the same thing with Napier or really any other coach. And it's why I'm kind of surprised that Arkansas did what they did when they did it. I know that's a little bit different in that
they had Bobby Petrino.
They want to give Petrino a chance. Like, okay, let's see what this guy's got here and if he can rekindle the magic. But I don't know what Florida or North Carolina or Auburn or anybody else would really gain from.
My impression from Florida fans is that it's almost like they don't want to see this guy coach his way off
Oh, no.
They want him. We've been there before, Russell.
Well, I don't think they're pulling against their team.
But
I
deep
think
down.
Well, I think it's kind of like, well, it's fun to beat Texas and everything, but A, it's not going to be enough. And B, like, even if he hadn't, they're just one step closer to getting the change they desire.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the vibe I get off the Florida people.
Apathy is, I think, the word that's kind of setting in down there. They don't want to cheer for the guy, but they don't want to cheer against their school.
When did it get back? It was, 17 with Butch when we got to that point?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Butch Jones is ass.
I just hope that they're down and out, down bad when we go down there. I don't want them having signs of life and being all fired up and all that kind of. I want them mailing it in, quitting, stands half empty, lots of Tennessee fans down there.
I do want Napier to be the coach. I want us to be in a perfect world for all the torment that they've given us over the years, Russ. You'll agree. And it would be really nice if, like, we were able to put the kill shot on his career in Gainesville. Just romp him one time down there.
That would be fun. I just want to win. I just want to win.
I want to romp.
All the other stuff is extra as far as I'm concerned. Let's get Geraldo in here. Geraldo, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. What's up, man?
I'm with you, sir. I think people are overlooking this game. I think the intangibles lie with Arkansas, with the exception of two things, sir. One of them being this is a bit of a revenge game for us from last year. That helps us a little bit. And then the second one is either hit or miss, if I'm being honest with you, and that's Neyland Stadium. Because last time we had an SEC game in Neyland Stadium, to be frank with you, sir, I was not impressed. I thought the crowd was a little too wine and cheese for such an occasion. And if we approach this game the same way that we did the last time, then we might be in danger.
If we bougied our stadium into being given up what a great advantage it used to have, we used to have.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they do a pretty good job of piping in the noise and all that stuff down there. And the students do a good job of setting the tone. There is some wine and cheesiness that has crept into the stadium it's not just a Tennessee centric thing. I mean, this is part of the great money grab of college sports is that, they're good. But I think it'll be wound up. But what game are you talking about? Georgia? You'll feel like that Tennessee fans didn't bring it?
They didn't bring it at all, sir. You couldn't hear them on the TV hardly. What is going on? You know what I want? I want that place to be borderline dangerous on Saturday. I want that place to be foaming at the mouth. I want that place. You know what? I want Neyland Stadium to put their hog on the table and show Petrino what a good night looks like. All right. I want him dropping down Gay Street on a motorcycle, questioning everything after the game. I want him to retire from coaching after just one game, and he realized I can't do this anymore. His ears are ringing from Neyland Stadium. If you don't go to this game on Saturday ready to rip somebody's absolute head off, don't go. Don't go. Give it to someone who will.
Geraldo.
Get your head for this game.
Geraldo wiping the blood off his mouth during his call right now with a handkerchief, I can only assume. The Neyland effect, we're going to need it. Saturday, we're going to need to bring it.
We need to be juicy, sir. We need to be juicy dangerous.
That's what Heupel said. He expects the crowd to be juicy. I don't know what that means. It sounds kind of dirty, but maybe a little dirty is what we need.
Oh, yeah, let's get dirty, sir.
Oh, my God.
You know we like to get dirty.
All right,
Mr.
Geraldo.
Smith.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Love you.
Weird. Hang up on him. God,
He
when I
hasn't
say
said he
thank
loved
you,
you
the
yet.
call is over.
I was waiting for. He always
You'll
tells you
know
he
that-
loves
no,
you.
you don't wait. You say thank you. The call is over. Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas coming up in hour number 2 of the show. We'll go down to Fayetteville and take the pulse of the Hogs down there as Geraldo has made it weird off the top. Coming up, we do have some notes to pass along as part of the Rocky Top Report. We've got a uniform combo. We've got pregame information. It is championship weekend over there, and the Lady Vols are hosting the number one recruit in the class of 2027 as Coach Kim continues to do the hard work behind the scenes to resurrect our dormant women's basketball program. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Carter High School's Brody Sparks. The Hornets quarterback completed 14 of 17 passes for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also had 7 carries for 51 yards and 3 more touchdowns in Carter's 49-6 win over Fulton last week. Carter High School's Brody Sparks, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated, they can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Good afternoon. Already showing signs of building with a little bit more volume through downtown on 40 West at 17th Street. KPD working with a couple of wrecks out here in the last few minutes. Watching traffic build already. Certain sections of Chapman Highway going outbound, working your way out towards the Seymour area. Broadway traffic starting to build through Fountain City as well. If your check engine light comes on, don't panic. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Check them out online at BoKnowsHouses.com. It's championship weekend on Rocky Top this weekend. A total of 277 champions will be celebrated this week, according to UTSports.com. Amongst those, I mean, we got, everybody's coming in. They've got the dance team. The 2015 dance team is going to be celebrated, Bear.
They win a natty?
Yep. The 2005 Women's Indoor Track and Field Championship.
The ladies are fast that year, Russ.
Evan Stewart, the 3-meter diving champion circa 1995, and Lee Engström, the 400 individual medley winner from 1975. Wow. Will be honored this weekend.
Love that.
Too many track and field people to note.
Any of the big?
We've got a mascot champion, Adam DeVault, from the year 2000. We've got a wrestling champion, Chris Edmond, from 1985. We don't even have wrestling anymore.
And we did have one of the best wrestling programs in the country when they shuttered it.
You like Greco-Roman wrestling? It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it, but I really wish that, and that's one of the things that got lost when they tore down Stokely, but Tennessee really did have a pretty proud history.
I don't mean to cast a spread. I know we got some former high school wrestlers listening to the show right now. I'm not saying that y'all couldn't kick my ass.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, when you look a little, to me, in your unitard and the headgear, and then you're
wrestling,
squatting behind a guy in positions that are, you got some dude's sweaty armpit all up in your face. It's a little strange. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, congratulations to that guy. Baseball, 95 regular season and SEC tournament championship team's going to be recognized. The 2000 men's basketball regular season championship team going to be recognized. Football, we've got championship teams from 1990 and 1985 being recognized. Both of those teams won
Sugar Bowls.
Yep. Last time we've been to the Sugar Bowl. Hard to believe it has been 35 years since we've been to the Sugar Bowl.
I was at that Sugar Bowl as a student.
Anyway, track and field, tennis, soccer, women's basketball, all these champions. Congratulations to all these guys and women coming in, and welcome back to Rocky Top. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful weekend.
It's like Legends weekend over there with all the names of coaches that are coming in for it as well. Walt Harris.
Walt Harris is still alive?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And apparently still pretty salty.
Still spry?
Yeah. That's a better phrase for it. But yeah.
Okay, good for him.
Cutcliffe. Most of the 85 team's going to be here. And then a ton of the guys off the 90 team. So
classic uniforms announced today. Vols will be wearing the classic orange and white as God intended. No flyover. This will be the first game at Neyland without a flyover.
And how long?
Of the season.
Oh.
Due to the government shutdown.
Wow.
Flyovers aren't cheap.
You couldn't get a FedEx plane or something? Would that be funny? Flying over. This is an American Airlines C-130, whatever. I don't know the plane lingo.
Tennessee doesn't have a private jet they can just use for the afternoon and time that up and fly it over.
This is Jed Grayson in his Cessna. He and his wife Lori just bought it. They're real proud of it.
So you can take off
wave
from Island Home.
From Island Home, just airport. Yeah.
Fly over the river.
The flyover. Yeah, the civilian flyover. I think this is a great time to break it out.
What's your favorite flyover planes?
Stealth bomber.
I don't know, but they're always you never know. Sometimes it just shakes you to your core.
Yeah, I got 15.
And those are awesome. And then sometimes you're expecting it to rock you, and it just doesn't do much. I remember one time.
Oh yeah, the B-2, the stealth bomber. Those things are so cool.
I was at a game at South Carolina, their stadium, 20 or so years ago, and I was in the restroom. We were sitting in the upper deck, and I was in the upper deck restroom, and we didn't know that they were going to have a flyover. We were just going to the game. and I was in the restroom. The flyover happened, and like
50 feet above your
it
head.
shook the stadium. And like nobody, like we were all freaking out. It's like, did a bomb just go off? Like, are we about to die? Like it was IRL scary.
4 F-18s
And then
or F-15s.
Yeah, then we realized, oh no, it was a flyover.
It can get you if you. I wasn't ready for it at Bristol one year. I was in the upper deck, and it seemed like when you're up there, it feels like. I mean, I'm sure they're not, but it feels like if you just raise your hand up, you can touch it. They're flying so low.
Did you see the in the dugout reaction shot of a flyover? Is like a week or two ago at Wrigley. They did one, and the players were just coming off the field or something. They weren't ready for it, and they all hit the deck. They thought it was going down.
It's an incredibly loud noise when they do it. Sometimes I've never seen the B-2. I imagine that would be just kind of ominous.
I mean, they look like spaceships. Like they don't look like real things.
And finally, today on the Rocky Top Report, a report from Dushan London of 247 Sports says Kalina Smith, the number 1 overall recruit in the class of 2027, will be visiting UT on Monday.
That's strange.
Tennessee also hosting 2026 5-star guard Bella Flemings on an unofficial visit this weekend. So if you see Coach Kim out and about, be on your best behavior because she's probably got one of the best players in the country trailing her wherever she goes this weekend. That is your Rocky Top Report. It's brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. You know what they do. They do real estate the right way. You're looking to move this year, you got to list your home, you got to sell it, get it listed, get it sold, and move on. Call Bo Kregner today at 865-742-1035 for a free consultation. Tell him Fan Run Radio sent you. You can visit him online at BoKnowsHouses.com. BoKnowsHouses.com. Individual representation you can trust. Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group, they do real estate the right way. Opening up the phone lines here to you if you want to chime in. Geraldo has already set the tone.
Yeah, I've got Geraldo in the text box. I was a wrestler. That's what he says.
865-966-3435. Your number if you want to get on the show, 966-3435. Texter wants to know, any idea what a flyover costs?
I don't know. Probably Google it.
Do they just send in a request form to the the Air Force base around here? What do they do?
Some disgruntled fan in the upper, my tax dollars at work right there. Damn it.
I don't imagine it's cheap.
I mean, you got to fuel it up. You got to hire some guys to fly it. You got to
not hire them.
Take off.
Yeah, they're just there.
They don't go out and have a job fair and look.
Well, you pay guys. Like I don't know what they pay guys to do it. Is this just like part of your job?
I don't know.
You get called in on a weekend to do a flyover. Like I thought I was going to be like, you would have to pay that guy a little extra,
privilege.
Right?
I don't know.
It's like a radio. You get a talent fee every time you go out.
No, I think they're paid. Most of those guys want to get the hours, the seat hours. I don't know if they use like the Air National Guard or the Air Force, or they probably use a lot of them. I never really got the helicopter flyovers.
I know. Those are kind of lame. Helicopter flyovers, like, I think the whole fun part about a military flyover is that it's extremely fast and loud and scary.
Jarring.
Like a firework almost, but it's a $1 billion plane.
Shout out to Nick in Southwest Virginia. He says, this week has felt like the longest week ever, having to go work OT every day to make up for an asshat of an employee that doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Wow.
Only thing keeping me ready this week is the Fan Run boys and knowing I'll be in God's country Saturday for a beatdown of the Hogs. Nick in Southwest VA. Yeah, man, it's the off week, man. I feel that because it feels like forever since we've seen Joey and the boys back there flinging the pigskin around. I'm ready for it.
It was such an exhausting, that Mississippi State game it was like getting your teeth pulled. And we did get the victory, but then to go from that level to nothing for a week. It's
well, I get the feeling that before that game, everybody was taking it lightly. Like I noticed it during the build-up. Everybody expected to win. I noticed it at the watch party at Barley's that day. It's like people are just hanging out loose. And then as soon as the game started, it was just instant frustration. And then 4 hours of frustration basically follow. And at the end, it's like, oh, hey, we won. It was just relief more than – and I'm feeling like – and I hope it's going to be the opposite this week because I feel more tension in the air around this game based on a lot of things, what happened last year, the Petrino unknown factor, and the fact that we were a little frustrating to watch the last time out. I feel like the fans are a little bit more. Now, I know some of y'all are all balled up and think we're going to just kick the damn door in and destroy these guys. But I think more people are taking this game seriously and are a little bit worried about it. And hopefully, like I said, the exact opposite thing. We go out there and smoke these fools.
It's always prepare for the worst and hope for the best, Russ. That's my philosophy when it comes to Tennessee sports.
I just want to see us play better. Particularly on offense. Like, I know we're going to give up plays and points defensively. They're good on offense. Our defense has clearly taken a step back. Like, I don't expect to hold them down. I think that they're going to score in the 20s. Hopefully we can hold them under 30. But I just want to see our offense clean it up as far as the penalties, the drops, the miscues, whatever. Like I think these guys had the potential to be so good. I think we can be a dominant offense. Like I think if we play our best game, we can score in the 50s against Arkansas. And if we do that, it doesn't matter because I don't think they can score in the 50s against us. So that's what I just want to see us play. Play a clean game is the cliche, but particularly offensively, I want to tighten it up. Just tighten it up, boys.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking, go off at I want to see just clean operations across the board.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seeing like muff punts. Let's just let's not have to worry about fielding a punt. Let's not have to worry about a couple of overthrows and a couple bad snaps and just some stuff that's easily fixable. Like one play, you get blown up on coverage against Mississippi State. Like we need to lose those mental lapses. We need just clean operations across the board.
Yeah, this dude Taylor Green can play.
Can't fool around with him.
Yeah, we're going to. He's gonna make some plays against us. Geraldo calling for the borderline dangers, calling for the Neyland effect there. Like that could help a little bit there. You want to force them into playing the sloppy game that we played at Mississippi State. And, it's
and quite frankly, how we felt like we were pretty sloppy down there last year.
I'm thinking, bend but don't break. They're going to get in the end zone against us a couple of times, probably. If we can hold them to some field goal attempts, get off the field on 3rd and 4th down when we can, be opportunistic. Probably not going to score 2 defensive touchdowns. That's like we did last time out. Probably not going to be able to count on that. But
if they throw it up anywhere near Colton Hood, it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, man, he's a great player.
Is he the number 1 rated DB in the SEC according to most analytics?
I saw another mock draft that had him and Jermod getting first round.
Yeah, I got that something coming up later, but we'll say it now. Is like Colton Hood is projected by ESPN to go above Jermod at this point.
There's a lot of unknowns about Jermod. I wonder what's going to end up happening if he's even going to play this season.
I've heard that he's continuing to he tried to ramp it up. What I heard was he tried to ramp it up last week and he had a bunch of swelling in his knee, which is not untypical, unexpected of trying to push back from a ACL injury.
I mean, that is the one thing I have heard as well is that he really, really does not like, that he's had to sit out.
The Pete Nakos report about them, targeting the Arkansas game, as far as I know, was accurate. He had
a little bit of
I don't know if you call it a setback. It's just like, okay, it didn't go as well as nothing is torn again or anything, but it's just like you're going to be cautious and I think he'll try it again. I think he'll try and ramp up again. My question is with him is, okay, now that you're not able to use the Arkansas game as the quote unquote knock the rust off game, I mean, since when is Alabama the knock the rust off game?
They're not, unless they're knocking the rust off of you themselves. I would say if he doesn't play this weekend, I would think that you would try and get him back for Kentucky.
That was the game I was thinking of too. When we went over this earlier this week, like is that game and then whatever bye game we have at the end of the year. Those are the only two left that could be considered tune-up games.
Well, and in this new college football era where it's about getting to the playoffs and peaking at the right time and everything, you've got another off week coming up. What, after Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's after Oklahoma.
So that could be another target thing, and you think, well, at that point, what's the use? Like, we could be in the college football playoff.
It'd be really nice to have a fully healthy Jermod McCoy in that situation.
Yeah, so if you're knocking the rust off against New Mexico State and Florida and Vandy, and you end up winning some of those games, and even if he's not 100%, but like he's able to play himself into shape to where he's closer to 100% when we go to a college football playoff, then that's absolutely worth it from a team perspective. And I would think worth it for him from an individual perspective as far as improving his draft stock, showing scouts that I've come back. Yeah, I'm still getting into shape like everybody does a year removed from ACL, but I'll be by, the combine, I'll be just about 100%. And by, next season, I'll be, you're getting a first rounder.
I just hope this isn't one of those things like the 2020 baseball season that got wiped out because of COVID, because we got deprived of seeing. I mean, can you imagine McCoy and Hood?
I know, man. That will be. Excuse me. If this season doesn't end up the way we want it to, that'll be one of the great what ifs, Biz.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We had those two, and we're not like Gibson.
Yeah,
we had three. 2 first rounders, maybe 3. We'll see how Gibson ends up. But like we had all those guys on the same team, and we only got to see one of them.
Yeah. What did we get out of Gibson this year? Like one play, maybe?
The first half against Syracuse. Yeah. Looked fine. He would have been good.
Oh yeah, he looked good last year. He is good.
He'll be good next year.
And we'll be all
hopefully
pumped up about it. So. Yeah, that to me, the what if factor is definitely on the table there. Talk about giving an offensive coordinator nightmares. And Boo over there at Star. I really want to see a lot more Boo this weekend, Russ.
You want to see a lot more Boo?
Yeah, I think he needs to be on the field.
'Tis the season.
Well played.
Mm-hmm.
Quick timeout. What do you want to see Saturday at Neyland Stadium? We'll preview some of the other SEC games for you as well. Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas coming up, hour number 2. We'll go down to Fayetteville and take the pulse of the people down yonder way. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment, 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Good afternoon. Already crowded here on Pellissippi Parkway over I-40 as it builds with more volume through downtown.
Your first chance to register to win the Fan Run box. What's
Any
in the
new
box?
ideas?
It's huge. Like, it's a big
That's
box.
what she said.
Yeah. I mean, it's we still haven't taken the tape measure to it. I mean, you could fit, how many people do you think you could fit in the box? Like normal sized people. You think you squeeze 5 or 6 people in there?
I don't think 5 or 6. Depends.
I think you get 5 or 6 normal sized
All
people.
squatted down?
No, Bear, standing up on. Yes, squatted into it. Like, you ever see those pictures of like people squeezed in a phone booth?
Yeah, I'll say 5 tops.
Yeah.
When did that stop being a thing where people try and see how many people they can cram in a car or phone booth?
We don't have phone booths anymore because we all have our own phones.
That's true.
But I don't know. I'm sure there's some frat house or high school kids out there trying to see how many people they can put in a car. Probably not good for your shocks, your struts.
No. It's definitely not safe to drive around like that.
No, I don't think so. So come on out, get registered to win the box. Again, we're giving that away, 3 weeks from Saturday down at Calhoun's on the River during our Halloween special broadcast with Christopher Gabriel.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Over $4,000 worth of merchandise will be crammed into the box. You could win it all. Come by and get registered tomorrow down at Trailhead Beer Market, Island Home Avenue, presented by Garage Beer. Basketball Media Day is going on right now down at the complex. All the players, coaches meeting with members of the media. Rick Barnes was asked who the most consistent player has been in the lead up to this season. Who do you think he said?
Maybe one of the returning guys.
Yeah.
Cade.
Ekpara.
The first name he mentioned was Jacoby Gillespie.
That makes sense. Veteran point guard.
But he also said that he would throw Felix Okpara into that group. And then for a young guy, I think Nate Ament has done a pretty good job too, because there's been a lot thrown at him. So those were the first three names he mentioned.
I really don't know how to process the whole Barnes with Ament, because we've never really heard him be this effusive with his praise about one of the young guys.
Yeah, he has a really fun quote that he took out when talking about Ament, because he got asked like 4 or 5 questions about him, about how, he's transformed his body this summer and what he looks like. And Barnes is like, no, but I mean, like he's transformed his body. He has. And
I'm transforming my body right now. I'm about to transform my wardrobe with some new pants. And they're not getting smaller.
Anyway,
transforming your body can be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean,
can.
there's a lot of us out there who are doing it the wrong way.
Oh, Barnes said Nate Ament's doing it the right way.
Well, I mean, he's gone up to over 200 pounds this summer, just like I have.
Yeah, but
we're basically the same.
You might as well be a 5-star basketball player.
Except he's eating at the training table under the guidance of a sports nutritionist.
I'm eating at Dunkin' Donuts.
And you're down at Culver's, parking down butter burgers and cheese curds.
Oh, man. That's tough. Well, I'll tell you the way I process it is like I just believe him. I think Barnes is, and he's been this way for a number of years now, where he doesn't have much of a filter, and he just answers questions pretty directly. And so when he says that Nate Ament is one of the best players he's ever coached, and this is a guy that coached Kevin Durant, I'm going to take him at his word. And like I don't think it's hyperbolic when I say that I expect greatness this year. I expect to see one of the best players we've ever seen play for Tennessee in Nate Ament.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was about to ask. Like, when was the last time one player had this much hype before the season?
That's a great question.
Like, the only guy I can think of, Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias Harris.
Kennedy Chandler was kind of like that, but not like – this
Tony
feels
Harris.
different.
This is a different level of hype.
Well, I mean, even as good, Tobias was pretty close, because I remember when he came here, I mean, he's one of the, where was he ranked at? Do you remember?
He was like top 10. Ament was higher.
Yeah, Ament's the highest we've ever had. Tobias Harris was, I believe he was the highest recruit until Kennedy Chandler in 2020, and then now
Tony
Ament's
Harris
the
back
highest.
in the day, I'm telling you, man, he was a big deal when we got him.
Tony was a big deal. There was another 5-star that Bruce almost landed that year. I can't remember his name. He's a big, rugged power forward and ended up going to Villanova, I think. But the story was that guy had basically silently committed to it. We were recruiting him and Tobias.
Right.
And when that guy was getting set to commit to us.
Mm-hmm.
And word leaked out, and Tobias's camp basically called Bruce and said, look, we want to come, but we're not coming to play with that guy. We want to be you to build around Tobias. And so Bruce called the other guy and said, thanks, but no thanks. We're taking Tobias. And then Bruce got fired.
And then had a barbecue.
It was probably that was all probably going down about the same time that that the
barbecue
was probably also recruiting Aaron Kraft that summer. 865-966-3435, your number, 966-3435. Asked about losing players like Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Mashak and still maintaining the same culture within the program. Barnes said, quote, you do worry about that. That was a big thing coming in. That's why we believe the most important thing we can do is retention. And when you're talking about retention, you're talking about guys that understand the way you do things on a day-to-day basis. Doesn't mention any, he gives a long answer here, doesn't mention any names specifically, but that's got to be what? Okpara, Cade Phillips,
Boswell,
Estrella.
Those 4
program guys.
It's kind of just those 4.
Are they the 4 multi-year guys we've got right now?
Pretty sure. Outside of some walk-ons on there, maybe.
Yeah.
But those are the 4 guys.
I mean,
I'm not going to lie.
For talking about retention, like we haven't retained a lot of guys. It is going to be weird not seeing Zakai and Jemai out there for the first time in what feels like 10 years.
Yeah.
really big shoes to fill, especially in the leadership department. So, but hey, out of those four, I feel pretty comfortable with those four guys.
Well, yeah, I think they're all going to play a role, right? I think that obviously Felix is going to start. Cade Phillips is going to play a ton. Estrella, if he can stay healthy, is
but I guess
what
I was taking away, when Barnes is talking about the day-to-day, what it takes. To play for the program.
Yeah, you got to have those guys to set the tone in practice and everything. And it sounds like that's happening. So a very, very exciting time of year,
Are you
man.
starting to get excited? How excited are you about basketball?
I stay excited, man. I love this era of Tennessee basketball. I'm just trying to live in the moment and enjoy it and not worry about what's going to happen in March and just,
just being one of the basketball overlords.
Well, this not even over. Like, this is just this is a special time for Tennessee basketball. It's not going to last, man. We're eventually going to have a year where we're not very good. It happens in basketball, and it hasn't happened in a long time. Not going to happen this year. I don't think it's going to happen next year. So let's just enjoy it.
What's it been like? 4 years? 21 was but we still made the tournament.
Yeah, I mean.
When's the last really bad year we've had? His first year when he was just getting here and cleaning the mess up?
Yeah, the first 2 years were a little rough, but we got it rolling right now for sure. We got it rolling on the drive. Hour number 2 coming up. Walker Smith has the top 4 at 4, and then we'll get back into it. Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas, our guest, coming up in hour number 2 of the drive right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and so is Garage Beer. And this week, we're out for both Friday afternoon at Trailhead Beer Market. Join Fan Run Radio for a special live broadcast of The Drive this Friday from 3 to 6 at Trailhead Beer Market in South Knoxville, presented by Garage Beer. We'll be giving away 4 passes to the Tailgating for a Cause tailgate party in Circle Park, complete with food, beverages, and TVs for early game watching. One lucky Fan Run listener will win the passes, plus a Garage Beer tailgate prize pack, including a retro tailgate folding chair, shirts, hats, koozies, sunglasses, and more. Registration begins at 3 p.m. with the drawing at 6 this Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, 1317 Island Home Avenue. Come get ready to roast the hogs on a football Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, presented by Garage Beer. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, call at 865-993-3871. Go Vols.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway here on Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Crown Cleaners, presenting the Crown Pick of the Week live on Facebook. Give us your score prediction for the Vols and Hogs. Closest prediction wins gift cards from Crown Cleaners and the Pizza Kitchen in West Knoxville. Get some Fan Run swag to you as well. Go to facebook.com/The Drive with Russell Smith to give us your prediction for the game. Walker Smith, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee released its weekly injury report last night with a notable name not mentioned. Defensive lineman Devin Hobbs was not on the report for the first time since his foot injury back in the summer, signaling that he is likely good to go for this week. Jamad McCoy, Radarius Jackson, and Ricky Gibson III are all listed as out, with tight end Ethan Davis listed as questionable.
I hope Radarius. I saw his name on there, Radarius. I felt. I hope he's feeling better after that kill shot he took in the Georgia game.
Welcome to the SEC. Big news there is we get Hobbs back.
Yeah.
Moy not listed. I mean, what a boost that is for our defensive line.
Mm-hmm. Now it feels like you were literally like what we talked about. We're just waiting on our secondary to get healthy, and then our defense looks elite if we get everyone back.
Did you guys ever watch? I don't know if we talked about this on the show, but there was a camera view, not the TV copy, but the last play of the Mississippi State game, overtime, the Aaron Carter pass breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys watch? There was a camera shot from the field level behind the play in the end zone.
I haven't seen that one.
That stayed on. We had like 3 guys get hurt on that play.
Really?
Yeah. Like, go back and watch it. There's, and one of them was Bailey, and I heard like that he was pretty gimped up last week, but he's not on the
injury report at all,
which is good. But I don't know if maybe like some of that is just exhaustion from playing in overtime and
it was one heck of a game.
But I mean, at least one guy, they were like signaling like, hey, because everybody's running on the field and they're like, hey, we got somebody hurt over here.
God, last play of the game getting hurt, especially in that type of environment, that big of a win is like, can't believe we got this gun, but like, I can't get off the field.
Yeah. Imagine like not being able to celebrate.
I just want to go home.
Pain. Yeah. But that's going to be huge, man. Just getting Hobbs and Moy back, and hopefully they've been working on their defensive assignments because, we haven't faced a quarterback like this. Yeah, I'm worried about them running on us, but also like we haven't faced a real mobile quarterback. Is Gunnar Stockton probably the most mobile quarterback we faced this year? And I don't think of him as being an elite dual threat. This dude's an elite dual threat.
Yeah, this is dual threat.
If you don't hit your meet your assignments and maintain, you got to be really disciplined when
gap
you
discipline, eye discipline.
You got to do exactly what you're
stay in your lane.
Yeah,
set the edge.
Can't get caught down inside.
Don't get caught watching the paint dry. Eyes in the right place.
Yeah, don't look in the backfield.
Great technique. What did Heupel? He called it gap integrity.
That's good.
Gap integrity.
That's good.
Maintain gap.
That's a
integrity.
great football
It's going to be
term.
critical this week.
He really does say, I mean, they all say the same stuff. Why
It's
did
critical.
we just completely make fun of Butch every time he said something? Was it just in his delivery?
Well, we didn't until he started sucking. And we will, if Heupel starts sucking, we'll
Joey
be really
Rick
mad
got
about the
this one.
fact that he doesn't say anything in press conferences, but he wins, and so he gets off for it.
All right.
At number 2, Rick Barnes in Tennessee basketball held its media day today. One of the main focuses from the media was Nate Ament.
I mean, if they wanted me as a diet consultant, I could have picked up Nate and taken him out to Culver's. I had Domino's earlier this week, and we could hit up the
Gotcha.
Waffle House, and I could put him on the Russell Smith diet.
I
I actually don't eat much during the day. I haven't eaten hardly anything today, but
You're going to eat something
I
disgusting
get out of
tonight?
here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pig out.
I'm sure
it's my last night of batching it.
Gaining weight the right way. It's just a nice way to. It's just a nice way to. How do you do it?
Well, I'll tell you how you do it. You're a college basketball player that burns off thousands of calories a day from working out all day. I don't do that.
Very carefully plan out your meals to build muscle.
Yeah, I mean,
lean-
I
build
think you
lean
do that,
muscle.
but I also think if you want to go to McDonald's and pig out, you just do it,
Mhm.
and you don't really worry about it. Now, you don't want to do that every day, but if you're hanging out with the boys and it's midnight and you're hungry and the training table isn't open and you want to go to Taco Bell and
you get a sack full.
Yeah.
Well, he made a good point about how he has the team running so much, and basketball is such a cardio-focused sport. How it's hard to keep muscle on when you're burning that many calories.
Hey, we can circle back to just you guys remind me. I saw Arian Foster on his podcast. He said something very interesting. I think you guys will get a kick out of. Speaking of tacos.
All right. At number 3, there are 2 NLDS Game 4s tonight as Los Angeles and Milwaukee look to clinch a spot in the National League Championship Series. The Dodgers and Phillies play first at 6:08 p.m. with the Cubs and Brewers later on tonight at 9:08 p.m. Eastern.
Peralta going tonight for the Brewers.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of Game 5s tomorrow, right? Just the one,
Just
the Tigers.
one. Yeah, just Tigers Mariners right now.
And Scooble's going for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. That series has been awesome between Detroit and Seattle.
Okay.
Who do you guys think is going to be in the series right now?
Seattle and LA.
Really?
Yeah. I love Seattle. I think that team is
Give me
so
something
good.
besides love.
They have probably the best rotation in the American League on that side of the bracket.
They got the big dumper.
They have the best catcher having the best offensive season ever. J-Rod is awesome. Rosarena is awesome. Josh Naylor, who they traded for, is awesome.
Has Seattle ever made a World Series?
I have no idea. I mean, they haven't won a series in almost 25 years.
Worth a Google. The Mariners, only team that has never made it to a World Series.
There you go. Well, they're going to do it this
Only
year.
one?
The only one.
All the expansion teams have done it.
They're going to do it this time, I believe. And at number 4, the Bill Belichick experiment at North Carolina is off to a disastrous start, but no one appears to want to pull the plug. Amid numerous reports that Belichick and North Carolina were engaged in negotiations to lower the coach's buyout after a dismissal to start his tenure in Chapel Hill, Belichick and the school released a joint statement last night, countering those claims. They said, quote, "I'm fully committed to UNC football and the program we're building here."
I've seen different stuff on his buyout. I saw one is like $20 million, and now I'm seeing Front Office Sports says it's $50 million.
I have no idea what his buyout is. I mean, it's one of those numbers that like they have to go back and negotiate.
That's a big difference, right? Like if you could, $20 million would hurt, and I don't know what kind of financial status North Carolina's in. Doesn't seem like they're firing a ton of coaches, but like $50 million, that's going to hurt any athletics department.
Where'd you
budget.
see that?
What?
Or where are you getting the 50 number from?
Front Office Sports.
It's a very reputable account.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not going well over there for old Chapel Bill. Hate it for him. Hate to see the Tar Heels mired in mediocrity or something less. Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Crown Cleaners. It's where I go whenever I need to get dry cleaning done. I might have to have some dry cleaning done as part of my Halloween costume for our big remote show down at Calhoun's on the River on Halloween. I'll be up there at the Bearden Hill location. You can be sure. They've got another spot out on South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Visit crowncleaners.com. Click on the big blue van to learn more about a locally owned and operated business for over 60 years, 70 years, since the 1960s, whatever that is. 60 years. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence. Getting set to visit with Alex Ellis. He covers Arkansas for InsideArkansas.com. And we'll talk to him about just what the overall vibe is like around the Hogs program with Bobby Petrino coming in. Are the players bought in? Is Tennessee going to get their best effort? There's no doubt we got their best effort last year down there in Fayetteville. Are they going to bring that with them up there, or is there a sense of, hey, we signed up to play for Sam Pittman. Bobby Petrino is not Sam Pittman. Bobby Petrino is something else, and we're not going to lay it on the line for that guy the way we would for Sam Pittman. Huge factor coming into this game for Arkansas is you think Hogs fans will travel up here? Do they still? I haven't seen those. Remember the hog heads? They had those plastic hats.
Yeah, look completely ridiculous.
Just the most. I've said it for years. I'll say it again. The worst, quote unquote, tradition in all of college sports. Calling the Hogs, just so cringy. I'm so embarrassed for them every time it happens. Oh man. Just the worst, the absolute worst. And yes, that includes the milkmen down at Texas A&M.
Well, I mean, when you compound everything, they're wearing that goofy hat, the red Arkansas red satin jacket, like old school jackets, and then they start doing that. It's kind of hard to take them seriously.
What did Arian Foster say that caught your interest?
He just said it in passing. It was on his podcast, Big T from Barstool. I can't remember the other fellow's name.
Great podcast.
They were talking about kids getting paid and this and that. And Arian just kind of offhandedly says, yeah, we were all getting paid back then too.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, he said that many times, right?
Yeah, but I hadn't heard him actually say that. And to hear him say it, then I immediately thought of sounded like they were rolling change out of their, floorboard of their car just to be able to go buy a couple of tacos on a Saturday
Yeah,
night.
I think Arian Foster is what we would classify as an unreliable narrator. I mean, I think he's got some intelligence to him. I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he is, but
it's a good podcast. I like it.
He's contradicted himself on that. On one hand, we're getting paid to play football at Tennessee, but on the other hand, oh, coach, we're starving. We're about to do something stupid. Come help us out before we do something dumb, like they're going to go knock off a McDonald's or something. And then Trooper Taylor or whoever brings him a sack full of tacos from Taco Bell. I don't know. Did you just spend up all your money that month? You didn't have anything and you needed the tacos on top of whatever you were getting paid?
Yeah. I wonder how much he was getting paid.
Oh, he was only a 3-star recruit coming out of
California,
San Diego. Yeah, man, I remember thinking like he was an interesting looking prospect his freshman season. One of those guys that, like, he was a fine SEC running back. He was much better pro. I had
Yeah, I mean,
no
if
idea
Fulmer
he
was
was going to be as good as he was in the NFL.
Well, no, I mean, I think if whatever happened between him and Fulmer, he could have been the best running back to ever play here statistically. He was really good until he was unmotivated. Whatever happened there, that may be the most perfect descriptor of whatever went on between him and Fulmer.
Well, he never had like a bad. It was his last season was 2007, right?
Yep.
The fumbles. I mean, fans
he
started getting on him, and then the pterodactyl talk and all the weird stuff.
He was a weird guy, but he never was unproductive here. He just had a couple of fumbles at the absolute worst inopportune moment. But he was never out of shape or injured, or like I don't recall him being suspended or anything like that. He was a knucklehead, but he wasn't like a criminal or thug or anything.
He was the best running back in the league for a couple of years. He had a couple of really, really good years with the Texans.
Yeah, I mean, that undrafted free agent to being the NFL leading rusher for at least one season and had a couple of really good years for them. All right, we'll take a quick break. Coming up, Andrew Ellis. Alex Ellis was the tight end, walk-on tight end in the Butch years, right?
Was that the one that left
Butch
because
Jones is ass?
Used some colorful language in the team meeting?
Do what? No, he was a walk-on that I think he had a cup of coffee with the Titans.
That's right.
He caught a touchdown and like somebody fell out of the stands or something. Remember that? Like he caught a touchdown maybe against Arkansas in like 2015. Somebody ended up falling out of the first row onto the field trying to get the ball.
I thought you were talking about the Georgia Dome incident where somebody fell from the upper deck during the Tennessee game.
Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodge. I'm one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. It's a beautiful Thursday here in East Tennessee. Let's see how things are down in Fayetteville. Andrew Ellis covers all things Arkansas for InsideArkansas.com. Andrew, good afternoon. Russell Smith, Bear, and Walker Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing tremendous, man. We got a lot going on here in Fayetteville. Of course, anytime you have a coach firing, that's going to cause a lot of waves. It's going to get a lot of attention. When you fire your entire defensive staff, it's also going to create some waves, get a lot of attention. But me personally, I'm looking forward to the weekend just because we've got football, basketball, and baseball stuff going on. Our baseball playing a little exhibition series this weekend, so that's a lot of people looking forward to. They're also in football that a lot of Hog fans are anxious to see.
Hey, Andrew, let me jump in here. We have a really rough connection. Hang right there. We're going to try and call you back and see if we can't get that reestablished, because that went from not great to really bad in a hurry. So we'll see if we can reconnect with him. Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas joining us. By the way, the Alex Ellis game was against Missouri a couple of years ago, thanks to alert listener Magic Mike for texting that in. 865-966-3435, your number if you want to text in to the show this afternoon. We ask you to hold your calls momentarily. Magic Mike also says Arian Foster should have focused more on holding on to the football and less on being a complete dumbass.
What was his best game here? I'm trying to think.
It's a little harsh.
He played. I mean, we played Notre Dame while he was here, wasn't he? Didn't he?
I don't think so. He had a monster game against Georgia and Matt Stafford one year where I think he had some big yards, and then he was pretty solid that entire 2007 season where Tennessee won the East. Interesting question. We'll go back and look at that. I think we've got Mr. Ellis reconnected here. Andrew, let's try this again. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Do I sound good?
Yeah, it sounds better. We'll roll with this. Heard you talking about just, the coaching search going on down there with Arkansas, a tumultuous couple of weeks, obviously, for the Hogs. And just what are the vibes like as they get ready to head up to Knoxville for the game this weekend?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, as soon as the news breaks, and one, you have Arkansas's loss against Notre Dame, which was a loss that was in front of the 10th largest crowd in Razorback Stadium history. One that you kind of knew some type of change was coming. We didn't know for sure if it would be just the defensive coordinator gets fired or if they'd fire Sam Pittman. Hell, we didn't know if the AD might get fired. There was a lot up in the air, but you knew some type of change was coming. It's very good to have it in a bye week where you could kind of make a change like this, but it's a unique vibe because a lot of Razorback fans wanted this, some reluctantly, some kind of knew that there was some change needed, but they love Sam Pittman. I think a lot fall in that category, but there's also so much love for Bobby Petrino. And so him stepping into the interim role is maybe a way bigger storyline in this whole thing than I think the national observers may realize. Like, Hawk fans really hold Bobby Petrino in high regard. So as much disappointment and sadness as there is, there's also a good bit of Razorback fans who are delusional and believe Bobby Petrino's about to just have Arkansas win out and be in the playoffs.
Well, what are the chances that Bobby Petrino can do enough to warrant a second chance at that job long term?
I still wouldn't say very high. I mean, of course, he's the interim coach right now. When you're currently having the job, it's easy to kind of make that case and position yourself the best way you can. And, of course, his goal is to try and win as many football games as possible. And, of course, you win enough, you're going to be kind of undeniable there. He wouldn't have to completely turn things around, but I feel like the minimum would be this Razorback team would have to get to a bowl game, show some type of signs of life and a real turnaround. You have to go out there. I mean, there's some big opportunities here, obviously, in Knoxville. They play A&M at home next week. They go to Texas, to LSU. I feel like you'd have to pull some real big rabbits out of the hat in some of these situations for it to really be a conversation. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of Hog fans who definitely want it to go that direction.
Well, I mean, he was so successful there the first time. I mean, he had them really in the hunt for championships the first time around. And then obviously what happened. He loses the job. And I just remember, like, he was not very good at Louisville from my recollection. I don't have the numbers in front of it. And, you know, it's a long time ago. The game has changed a lot, Andrew. I don't know that it's interesting, like whatever his transgressions were, we kind of are in a different age and, you know, maybe he's warranted a second chance, but I don't know if he's good enough if I'm an Arkansas fan that I want to turn the program back over to Bobby Petrino long-term.
No, you're 100% right. I think in terms of the, you know, in a nutshell, the transgressions you mentioned, hey, it's been about 15 years. Are we really going to have this guy never be, you already hired him as your OC. So clearly you've gotten over whatever, moral ambiguity you had going there. But I'm with you in terms of, does that mean you necessarily can't find someone better? And I think most people realize it's a long shot. It's something that he would have to drastically overachieve in this stint here in these 7 games. He's going to have an opportunity to coach again at Arkansas. He would have to really overachieve. But I do think there are a lot of Hog fans who they don't really look at the overall context. They just remember, I remember when Bobby was here and we went 11-2. I remember playing in that Sugar Bowl, and they kind of just, there's also a lot of Hog fans, and I'm kind of, they call me a hater in Fayetteville because I've always said, I don't know if Bobby Petrino's tenure was about to just roll on forever and they're just going to win 10, 11 games every year. Because like you said, you look at his tenure at Louisville, you look at what he did at even Western Kentucky. He had a year there. He was at Missouri State recently. Even the Atlanta Falcons thing. He's not a guy who really stays for a long time and builds a long-lasting program. He's a guy that can be a really good play caller game to game and can win some big games, and hell, had a lot of success at Arkansas. But I have my doubts as to whether or not he would be a legitimate long-term solution. But I'm just telling you, if Arkansas goes up there and wins a couple games, the people in this state and the people that have money in this state who really think he's that kind of guy and still remember that era, it won't take much for them to be convinced, but I don't necessarily feel that way. I'm just kind of speaking for the fan base.
I remember hearing some rumors that, like, oh, Bobby's working it behind the scenes. He's got the old money people and everything. The ties to Walmart, Tyson Chicken, all that stuff. Does Bobby know some of those people? Like, is he rallying the troops in his corner behind the scenes to help him get what he wants?
Well, he certainly has some of those relationships. I mean, a lot of the, in the state of Arkansas, a lot of the people who were the prominent boosters and prominent donors and things of that nature, they're a lot of the same people that they were back then. So he kind of already had some of those prior relationships. And so I know there's a few specific guys who do view him that way. I don't know for sure. Would he really be able to warrant the support that he would need in terms of, you have to have the NIL, you have to have the budget in your corner? Would he really be able to do that? I don't know, but you mentioned him kind of working the phones, and that was Brendan Marcello who kind of shed some light on that, and he does a great job for 24/7, covers the Razorbacks and national stuff really well. And I do think there's something to that. I don't know when that shift for Bobby Petrino happened, because again, he came on as the OC a little over a year ago. When he first took the job, he kind of needed to be convinced by his agent of like, hey, let's get you back in the SEC. Let's get you back here. He didn't even know if Arkansas would ever hire him in any capacity ever again. So I know it wasn't like this long con master plan of Bobby Petrino to position himself for head coach, but it does seem like his willingness to view himself in that kind of light and maybe make a push and make one last run to have something like that happen. I think he realizes he's probably not going to be a head coach at an SEC school anytime soon. He's probably not going to have an opportunity better than the one he has now. And so I think what you're seeing this year is just Bobby sort of embracing it himself and talking himself into, hey, this might be my one last chance to make good on something I did wrong a while back.
Well, beating Tennessee in Knoxville would be, that would be a good first step for him. I guess my question, Andrew, is, what is the buy-in level with the players? Because everything we heard about Sam Pittman, and we know him a little bit, he coached here in Knoxville O-line for a couple of years, and Like the fans love him, the players love him. He's a player's coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's Bobby Petrino's reputation. I remember seeing last week a couple of maybe players voicing their displeasure with the Travis Williams being let go on social media. What do you think the buy-in level is from the players that he's going to be bringing up here to Knoxville that he didn't recruit, that came to Arkansas to play for Sam Pittman and now find themselves playing for somebody else?
What's so fun about this whole thing is your guess is as good as mine. And by the way, that was kind of the question you always asked with Sam Pittman. Not that you ever questioned, like you mentioned, the love that the players had for him and how much they really respect him and view him as kind of that father figure guy. There was never a question of whether they loved him, but you never knew what kind of motivation you were going to get from a Sam Pittman coach team each Saturday. And sometimes it would be effort issues. Sometimes it would just be discipline and penalty issues or things of that nature. But you see, week to week, it was always kind of a roulette spin in terms of, are we going to get the really fired up Razorback squad that's fired up to win for Sam Pittman like we saw against Tennessee last year in Fayetteville? Or are we going to get the version that basically quit on the field against Ole Miss last year, or the version of Sam Pittman that quit on the field against Notre Dame? I mean, we've seen kind of both sides of it. I mean, even less than a month ago, we saw this Razorback team with Sam Pittman as their head coach go to Ole Miss and have a real chance to win that game as the game was coming down to the wire. That even looked like a game that Arkansas kind of should have won. So we know that there's like some version of that. And so as it turns over to Bobby Petrino, are you going to get more consistent effort? I think that's probably unlikely. And for Arkansas, their struggles specifically in the effort department have all mostly come on defense. I mean, this offense for the most part has scored and moved the ball fairly consistently, with the Notre Dame game kind of being an outlier. But the defense, I mean, they're bottom of the SEC in pretty much every defensive category. So will Bobby help? Will he get these guys maybe a little bit more disciplined, maybe a little bit more buttoned up? Perhaps, but I don't know if I necessarily buy that you're going to get a completely different, inspired, motivated group, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Talking with Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas this afternoon on the show. And Andrew, walk us through some of those defensive changes. Obviously, they have a coordinator change. You look at the stats, they're top 10 scoring and total offense in the country. I don't think you want to change much there. And obviously, Petrino's still calling the plays. But defensively, something's got to change. What do you think they will do? I saw where he's saying it's just kind of maybe they're trying to do too much, simplify things schematically. Do you think it'll be a different look Arkansas defense that we see, or will they just be doing, hopefully the same things a little bit better?
Yeah, the terminology that's being thrown around a lot is getting back to the basics, getting back to the fundamentals, getting back to football 101, defense 101, get lined up, get in the right, get in the right stance, get your eyes in the right spot, tackle, all of these very fundamental things. Schematically, what's it going to look like? That's another one where it's like we just don't really know. They now have Chris Wilson calling the plays defensively, and he was on staff before, and he's also had at least a little bit of a background being a defensive coordinator at the college level, coaching the NFL for a while, and so they at least have some adults in the room. They also added Jay Hayes. He coached on the D-line at the NFL level as well, a respected guy, another adult in the room. But will they be going back to the square one in terms of schematics? I don't know. That was another thing is Travis Williams, they were trying a lot of blitzing because they didn't have a pass rush. They were trying all these crazy blitz packages with their linebackers and not having any success doing that. What's the alignment going to look like? These are questions that even us in Fayetteville have no idea. I mean, we kind of all have our thoughts of what they're going to have to do. They don't have many playable D linemen. They're likely going to go to that three-man front they went to against Tennessee last year, but we don't really know. When you fire three guys from the defensive coaching staff, you imagine there's going to be some changes, but what's that going to look like for the depth chart, schematics, effort-wise, all these things? It's still kind of a mystery here in Fayetteville, but if I had to guess, they're going to keep things pretty simple schematically, like you said, kind of simplify things, let these guys play fast, do what they've been doing to maybe just scale back some of the terminology. And really, when you're dead last in the SEC in pretty much every defensive category, I don't know if there's anything that you can't change about your defense.
Offensively, for the Hogs, we know about Taylon Green. But what about his supporting cast, Andrew? What kind of – I know Braylon Russell is back. We heard Mike Washington chatting a little bit, talk about Tennessee's defense earlier in the week. What else do they have that Tennessee needs to be wary of on Tennessee's defense this weekend?
in terms of the run game, I think that's one of the things that I would say I've been disappointed. I mean, Arkansas's run the ball fine here and there. They don't have a traditional turn around, hand the ball off to the running back and just kind of control the game in the running game, which is something Arkansas has done a lot. And you think of a quarterback as athletic as Taylon Green, you would imagine Arkansas's running game is kind of what they lean off of. But make no mistake, this is a pass-first offense. This is a pass to set up the run offense, not a run to set up the pass offense. Mike Washington and Braylon Russell, they've been solid. Mike Washington has a lot of explosive plays, so a lot of his yards come on those big. He gets a seam and is able to make something work. Braylon Russell is more of your goal line, short yardage type of back. They've been okay, but Taylon Green has kind of been the leader in the run game, and a lot of his success in the run game has been on scrambles, which were not even designed quarterback run plays. And so really it's going to be more about Taylon Green has to put on his cape and he has to be Superman week in and week out. And hell, sometimes he is Superman. He can make that happen sometimes. O'Mega Blake is a top target in terms of pass catching, and he's the only guy in this group that is proven at the Division I level. He also has some SEC experience. He started his career at South Carolina, then went to Charlotte where he had a really good year last year. He is the biggest playmaker for this Arkansas offense, the guy you have to circle. They've made some nice plays from their tight ends lately, but it's really a O'Mega Blake, Taylon Green show, and they pretty much carry it. And the running backs will have to make some plays here and there, but it's all going to come down to whether or not Taylon Green can just will this Arkansas team into a win. And we've seen him put up crazy numbers against lesser competition. We have not seen as many examples of him really going on the road in the SEC, an environment like Knoxville, and really just kind of putting the team on his back. That's pretty much what's going to have to happen for Arkansas to win this game.
Well, I remember, last year, Taylon Green, Tennessee bottled him up pretty good. Knocked him out of the game, and then the Singleton kid came in and dropped a couple of dimes and had a couple of nice runs against Tennessee. That was a low-scoring game, two offenses that struggled, and everybody's just expecting the complete opposite this weekend, right? If the over-under is any indication, people are just expecting two great offenses, two defenses, and this could turn into a shootout in Neyland Stadium. Is that kind of your read of things?
100%. And, I think when I think back, because a lot of times when you're going into a season and you're kind of thinking, all right, who can we beat? Who can we not beat? A lot of Hog fans looked at it and said, well, we beat Tennessee last year, and we're a little bit better, we think, and Taylon's a year older. Why wouldn't we be able to do it again? But I look at that game last year, and I just say that is a completely different formula than either of these teams are going to look to play on Saturday. I can't think of a bigger mismatch than Tennessee's deep passing game against this Arkansas secondary. Like, I don't know if it's an automatic lock that Tennessee has a 50-plus yard touchdown pass at least once or twice in this game, but I would be pretty stunned if we don't see some big plays through the air. And I also think this Arkansas offense, like you mentioned, might actually be set up to have a little bit more success against this Tennessee defense, but will they be able to have that drive-to-drive consistency? Probably not. And ultimately, I just feel like Tennessee is going to be able to move the ball at will against this Arkansas defense. And so I think Arkansas will make their plays and kind of keep it close in a shootout, but I just don't imagine Arkansas is going to have the drive-to-drive consistency. They're not going to be able to run the ball as well as Tennessee. And so what you could see is Tennessee scoring every possession and Taylon Green just kind of willing things into existence to try and make it look close.
Wrapping up with Andrew Ellis of Inside Arkansas this afternoon on the show. And let's end where we started, Andrew, with Bobby Petrino and that job. Who are some of the other names that are being bandied about as possibilities to be the next Arkansas head coach?
Well, so Brett Lashley at SMU is kind of like the most obvious one that just makes sense on a lot of levels. He attended the University of Arkansas, which is always going to be a good place to start. He also just looks like the resume of kind of what you would look for if you're going to hire a coach in the SEC. You're kind of looking for a guy who has kind of worked his way up the ladder, been an OC, been a play caller. Now he's kind of starting to prove he can build a program. He checks all the boxes. Will he end up being the top guy? Who knows? He's already spoken about the job publicly, so it's obviously kind of gotten on his radar a little bit. We'll see how interested he ends up being. Doesn't sound like there's a ton of buzz there right now, but there's honestly not a ton of buzz for any of these coaches because it's early October. It's like if one of these coaches is going to make a move, it's probably not going to come smack dab in the middle of their season. And so we'll probably hear more source information about who's starting to reach out and who's starting to have conversations. But I think there's also a good little group of group of 5 guys. I mean, Alex Golish, is having a lot of success with South Florida this year. He's kind of a trendy name that I think a lot of teams are going to have their eye on. And I think John Summerall at Tulane has a lot of success at Troy, has a lot of success at Tulane so far. Those are some guys that I think are here. You're hearing a lot of legitimate. It just makes sense, and so we assume they'll all be candidates. But of course, you've got to get through your John Gruden rumors. You've got to get through your Nick Saban rumors, your Urban Meyer rumors before we can really start talking about who's actually going to take the job.
Well, it should be interesting. The other thing I was thinking is you mentioned that, is the AD going to be out of there, and Hunter Yurachek is up there basically saying that they didn't have the money for Sam Pittman to be competitive. That comment, I'm wondering how that played down there, because I'm watching that, from afar, thinking, well, that's not what you want to be saying when you're trying to say, hey, this is an attractive job, right? We want to land a really good coach. We want everybody, even if it's not true, we want people to think that, oh, we're just flush with cash and we'll be able to meet our revenue share demands, and NIL is healthy and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, I would say Hunter Yurachek did not help himself at that press conference that they did right after announcing the firing of Pittman and then announcing that Bobby would be the interim. They did like a little dual press conference. He had that comment, which right before it, he had said, there's some misconceptions about where we stand in the NIL department and what we're able to make happen. And then he was like, oh, but actually we did not set up Sam Pittman properly. He also just weeks ago had gone to the Little Rock Touchdown Club and said Arkansas is not currently positioned to win a national championship in football, which we all agree that is the case, but that's kind of weird rhetoric to have as an athletic director as you're trying to sell your program and sell your athletic department. And so he's not helped himself here. It's still kind of up in the air. Who knows what it's going to look like? But I think we talked about Bobby and sort of his likelihood to take that head job. It would be very much in the best interest of Hunter Yurachek if this Bobby Petrino thing worked out to where you weren't having to do this complete program shake-up and overhaul. I think that would probably help him survive this whole storm.
Is there a program harmony there from the big sports at Arkansas? Because, there are teams in this league. There are schools in this league, Andrew, like, Georgia comes to mind immediately. They don't really care about basketball. I'm not sure how much they care about baseball either, but from afar, I mean, it seems like Arkansas cares a lot about basketball and baseball. We certainly do here in Knoxville. And there's always this new conversation, right? How do you divide your resources? How do you make sure you're being fair to John Calipari and Dave Van Horn, while also acknowledging that this is a football conference and football pays the bills, and that sport's got to be funded? Is that a tightrope that they've been able to walk successfully, in your opinion?
Well, I think one of the things working against Hunter Yurachek, you asked about that harmony. In terms of the fan base, yes. Arkansas fans kind of all, at this point, I mean, they view all 3 sports. Obviously, there's some that, there's a bigger fan base for football, but they all are locked in and they're behind these coaches completely. But in terms of the harmony within the athletic department, no, there is not. There's no real connective tissue. Of course, they're all technically under the same umbrella, but John Calipari, when he's working out his budget and when he's working out his roster and what he needs to accomplish, Hunter Yurachek has close to zero to do with that. He's not involved in that whatsoever. Dave Van Horn, when he's setting his roster, when he's trying to figure out what to do with this Arkansas baseball program, not only is Hunter Yurachek not involved in that, he's standing in the way of that in some ways in some of those conversations. And then the one that Hunter Yurachek is most prominently tied, responsible for, quote unquote, would be football, where he's now fired the coach, and we'll see how that shakes out. And so that's another thing that I think is working against Hunter Yurachek here, is that there's a lot of people in the state of Arkansas who do not give him the credit for hiring Cal. They also, of course, don't give him credit for Dave Van Horn, who was employed at Arkansas 2 decades before Hunter Yurachek knew how to spell Arkansas. And so it all kind of plays against Hunter Yurachek in this specific equation here.
All right. Well, Andrew, really appreciate the time. You can go follow him on X at EllisAndrew_. InsideArkansas.com is the website if you want a little bit of the Arkansas flavor of things. Andrew, really appreciate the time, my man. Enjoy the games this weekend.
Absolutely. I'm glad I was able to make up for my early little miscues with the phone line and everything. We made it work.
Probably not your fault. We got the gremlins here, as we refer to them now and again. So appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
Andrew Ellis, InsideArkansas.com, our guest this afternoon on the program. Got to take a quick time out. When we continue, your phone calls 865-966-3435. Plus, a new name has emerged in the UCLA head coaching search. We'll tell you who that is when we continue next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic making its way north of
Russell Barron Walker back with you. UCLA with a new name in their coaching search, according to Pete Nakos of On3 Sports. Pete writes, while former LSU head coach Ed Ogeron's name has cooled off in the last 10 days, a new name has emerged in Westwood, with multiple sources telling On3 to keep an eye on
who they gonna get.
Washington's Jedd Fisch.
Really?
Who is a former UCLA offensive coordinator and interim head coach, spent 2 seasons with the LA Rams. He's off to a 4-1 start this year as a $10 million buyout if he leaves Seattle. Deeper than his connections to Los Angeles, Fish has ties to UCLA booster Casey Wasserman. Other names they continue to monitor include Baylor's Dave Aranda, Arizona's Brent Brennan, and Oregon defensive coordinator Tosh Lupoi, among others.
Didn't Tosh Lupoi play at UC? Was he at USC?
Yeah, I don't know. Walker, are you familiar? Jed Fish coached at Arizona when you were at Arizona State.
I watched him.
Not a big fan?
Not a big fan of his because I watched my last senior year. He smoked Arizona State in our building.
Rolled you guys?
Just rolled us. I was calling that game. Not fun, but he's an awesome coach. And am I insane in thinking that Washington is kind of just a better program than UCLA right now?
No, you're not insane at all.
You could say the same about Baylor with Dave Aranda.
He may be it may be Conzo time for him. After seeing the crowd shot the other night, he may want to restart his clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was
that would be a pretty good hire for UCLA, I think.
He's a great
any
coach.
of those guys you mentioned would be. I feel like, well, I mean, Aranda, Fish. I don't see Fish leaving Washington.
They're still working on that project, and that project kind of got lost in the shuffle of moving to the Big Ten. That almost like the first year he got there, they moved. And so, they've kind of gone under the radar, but Washington, it's not like anyone sees Washington on their schedule right now and isn't a little worried in that conference.
I think it's an easier path to get to the college football playoff from Washington than it is UCLA anytime soon.
What's weird is they're in the same conference. So, if you look at it, are you in a better position in the Big Ten to make the college football playoff at UCLA or Washington?
Oh, I mean, Washington was in the national championship game 2 years ago.
Exactly. UCLA is not as they're not as good of a program as
they're
Washington
just completely
right
fallen off. And everything you hear about them is that they have financial issues. At school.
So how are they going to come up with the $10 million just to pay Washington?
I
He owes Washington $10 million if he bails. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know
what that contract is.
You never know, man. Is a guy is he
bailed on Arizona?
Does he love LA? Is he tired of the rain? He's in Seattle. That's a different place to live.
No, but I mean, how long are you going to get to live in LA out there if you've got? I mean, they're a mess.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not a winning situation financially.
So some might say it's a loser situation.
You could say that.
Shout out to Chris.
I'll never blame someone for wanting to get out of Tucson, Arizona as fast as you can. It's not a good place to be. He did that program some good and then got biased out there as fast as you could, which is the right thing to do when you go to Tucson.
It's one of the few things I have to take with a grain of salt with you. I mean, you're a very honest person. I admire that about you, but you're completely biased about Arizona. It's been duly noted.
When Bear's telling you that you're biased, it might be time to
look at yourself. Yeah.
Portion of the show today brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. If you've got an old tree in your yard that needs to come down, is it starting to lean? Are the branches starting to fall? Is it near your house? Is it near your neighbor's house? Maybe a fence? Go ahead. Don't wait till it's too late, man. Go ahead and get it done now. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. They'll come out and do a free estimate for you. They can, take it down, clean it up, chop it up, get it out of there, trim it up. They'll even do free stump grinding, which is a big expense for Fan Run listeners. You got to mention promo code FANRUN when you call in or you go online to ECRTotalLandscapes.com. But they will grind your stumps for free at ECR Total Landscapes. That's now through the end of the year, so time running out to take advantage of that. Don't wait. Call today, 865-384-2012, or online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Saw where LSU they are the school that's driving the sponsor patch logo thing that's probably going to end up happening.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Their deputy AD and chief revenue officer, Clay Harris, told Front Office Sports, quote, "We have a signed agreement. We've mapped it out. It's going to be on all of our uniforms, every sport." So they've already got it sold. We don't know who the sponsor is. They didn't say who it is, but
is that legal?
I mean, I guess on a contingency, it's like, hey, we think this is going to end up passing, and once it becomes legal, and the NCAA, I mean, it's not like illegal like the law. It's NCAA.
Might be a violation, if they officially took money for it, or did it.
Well,
but.
No, you can't until you deliver the product, which is the patch on the jersey. So that will probably happen next year.
I mean, it'll help us. I'm sure we'll get a big money sponsor on there.
We will definitely do it.
We'll be just fine.
I'm convinced. Bob's got me convinced now about it being, like one of the big health companies, Covenant or.
Yeah, I see some speculation that it could be the two big food Walk-Ons originated down there, and Cane's.
Cane's would probably be the one I'd go with.
Is that the chicken joint?
Yeah.
Okay.
First time I ever went to Cane's was in Baton Rouge.
I've never been to one.
It's so good. First time I went to one was in Arizona.
Is it really? Is it any different than Zaxby's or?
Yeah, it's really
Chick-fil-A or any other chicken joints?
I mean, it's just really good chicken. I'm not a culinary expert. It's just really good.
Chicken
sauce is really good.
Kind of chicken tenders.
Toast is solid.
It's kind of hard to mess up at what do you call it? Grecian toast or garlic toast?
Texas toast.
Texas toast.
Yeah, always give me an extra piece of toast, no slaw.
Every time.
Who's getting the slaw out there?
Why do they even give slaw with
slaw is gross, man. You could put that on the list of awesome things Russell hates. Coleslaw. Yuck.
Coleslaw is not awesome.
I don't hate it. Every once in a blue moon, I'll get a taste for it.
I hate it. I despise it.
It's not good.
Really?
Take all the coleslaw in the world and fire it into the sun.
It's a bold take. Andrew Ellis did say something we can circle back to it that kind of made me nervous, really bad nervous.
What?
Taylon Green's leading rusher, and none of them are design runs. They come off of scrambles. That's like the nightmare scenario for me. Is that kid running wild through our secondary?
I think this game, you remember the 21 Ole Miss game, the riot game?
Yeah.
How we just could not get who is that little dude? Matt Corral. We just could not get him on the ground. I see that, a little bit of that. But I think we'll be able to score. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and so is Garage Beer. And this week we're out for both Friday afternoon at Trailhead Beer Market. Join Fan Run Radio for a special live broadcast of The Drive this Friday from 3 to 6 at Trailhead Beer Market in South Knoxville, presented by Garage Beer. We'll be giving away 4 passes to the Tailgating for a Cause tailgate party in Circle Park, complete with food, beverages, and TVs for early game watching. One lucky Fan Run listener will win the passes, plus a Garage Beer tailgate prize pack, including a retro tailgate folding chair, shirts, hats, koozies, sunglasses, and more. Registration begins at 3 p.m. with the drawing at 6 this Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, 1317 Island Home Avenue. Come get ready to roast the hogs on a football Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, presented by Garage Beer. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is BoKnowsHouses.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection.
roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC. Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamika Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at bigsportshow.com. That's bigsportshow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Time for a garage beer. They bring us the top 5 at 5, and they bring us to Trailhead Beer Market tomorrow for a special Football Friday broadcast of The Drive. Would love to see you out there. Your chance to sign up to win the Fan Run box. Pass it to the Tailgate for a Cause tailgate Saturday. Fan Run t-shirts. We're going to have new ones there for you tomorrow. All kinds of cool stuff. Come on out, represent, and try some garage beer with us. New guy, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, the Vols will be back in its classic home uniform, white helmets, orange jerseys, and white pants, while hosting Arkansas Saturday at Neyland Stadium. Kickoff is between the 12th-ranked Vols and the Razorbacks is scheduled for 4:15 p.m. Eastern on SEC Network.
Do we know what Arkansas is wearing?
I would assume.
They're white with the red helmet. They got a cool helmet.
They have a good helmet.
It's a good look.
I give them a lot of grief. The Calling the Hogs, worst tradition in all of sports, that helmet logo. Just the plain helmet with the hog running, whatever that thing is.
It's a Razorback.
It's a Razorback.
Yeah.
It'll kill you.
It's a good color of red. They got good uniforms. Classic.
Could we invite Clint Sterner up to the game, like have him tip his cap, give him a nice standing ovation?
I think that'd be nice.
I don't
Supplied
think he
one of the
really,
great moments in Neyland Stadium history.
I think it would be an honor.
He stumbled and fumbled.
Yeah.
You had him on the show before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked to Sterner. He's always been a good sport about it. I don't think he would do all this.
No, probably not.
He probably never wants to come back here again.
No. I wouldn't think he'd want to come back to the town or maybe even the state. At number 2, Tennessee football is currently projected to have 2 corners selected in the first round of the 2026 draft, but Jermod McCoy is no longer the first one expected to hear his name called. According to CBS Sports, it could be Colton Hood instead. CBS Sports NFL draft analyst Ryan Wilson this week updated his mock draft with Hood projected to go number 13th, while McCoy dropped down to 23rd overall.
We've had a pretty good run with cornerbacks. I don't understand why we can't get any top flight safeties. Yeah, because you sit there and think about since Heupel's been here, had what? Did he inherit Alontae from Pruitt?
Yes.
Okay, but still,
we're on a good run of corners. Credit Willie Martinez has done a phenomenal job
All the
developing
haters.
these guys. Yeah, a lot of people did not think that was a good hire, but it's shown dividends. I think the recruiting thing, we had somebody on earlier this week. I think Shumpert was basically saying, like, Tim Banks is not the most dynamic recruiter. But I think the biggest thing is it's just resource allocation. Like, we don't spend
as much on safeties as we
I mean, I think that's a judgment they've made, is that they're going to invest in
because
we
talked about the what if. What if we had Jacoby, Jermod, Gibson, Carter, Hood?
I mean, that might be the best secondary in college football, top to bottom.
Yeah, and then you're bringing the Redmond kid in to get his just get his nose bloodied up. So much.
I don't want to think about. I don't want to think about what could have been. It's the missed kick against Georgia. I just don't want to think about it.
Oh God, you kind of forgotten about it.
I ain't forgot about it.
We'll never forget about it.
Have you woke up in the middle of the night since then, and where you wake up, you go to the bathroom, in the middle of the night, you go get a drink of water, and it hits you? We missed that damn kick.
Yeah,
terrible. Multiple times.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
They're showing all these highlights of Jeff Hall making kicks, Bloodbath McGrath beating Alabama.
We'd be in the title hunt. We'd be ranked number 6 or 7, something like that.
I think we'd be up in the top 5.
Darlings of college football.
Be gushing over Heupel.
Talking about, are we going to host a playoff game, or are we going to get the first round bye? Are we going to win the SEC this year? All those conversations. I mean, we could still be having them, but it's just like 20 feet, whatever it was.
It was right there, man. All you had to do was kick the ball through the uprights.
Sorry for bringing it up.
I'm sorry.
At number 3, Florida State freshman linebacker Ethan Pritchard was released from the hospital Thursday, nearly 6 weeks after he was shot in the back of the head while driving his aunt home. In a statement, Florida State said Pritchard is alert, responsive, and able to communicate. On a video posted on Instagram stories by quarterback Tommy Castellanos, the entire FSU cheered Pritchard as he was wheeled on a stretcher out of the hospital in Jacksonville.
And the whole team there, they're bringing him out of the hospital, and he's still on a big stretcher. He does not look good. But the whole team is there. It was very heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
Was he good? Is he ever going to be normal again? Or
I don't know. I mean, he got shot in the back of the head.
He's out of the hospital, going to
rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to a rehab facility, which makes you think it's got to be brain stuff, right?
Yeah, traumatic brain injury. And I'm sure if you get, like you said, if you get shot in the back of the head, it's awful. They catch the person who did it.
I don't remember.
I think so. They said it was just he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I had nothing to do. He was waiting in a car outside. It dropped somebody off or something, and
a true wrong place, wrong time kind of deal. Jesus.
Yeah. At number 4, USA Basketball is expected to hire Miami Heat's Eric Spoelstra as the next head coach of the men's national team. Spoelstra succeeds Steve Kerr for the 2027 World Cup and the 2028 Summer Olympics after serving as a lead assistant on Team USA's 2024 gold medal squad.
Remember when Butch Jones tried to glom onto the Spoelstra hype band? Remember, he was trying to pretend like they were besties. They had taken a picture together or something, and
yeah, I remember that.
Butch Jones is ass.
Spoelstra is probably the best coach in the NBA.
How do you like our chances in 28?
I think it'll be the closest it's ever been to equal.
Everybody's caught up with us.
I mean, France is going to be really good, depending on how Wembanyama is. Germany's going to be good. Spain's going to be good. Canada, obviously, is the best guard in the world right now.
Is the American team soft now? I mean, by Kobe, somebody where it really matters to him.
I wouldn't say.
Even though it was the Olympics.
I mean, people were starting to say that last year, and then Steph Curry happened down the stretch. So, we still have those guys. I mean, I'm sure LeBron's going to try and play in that 2028.
I said, do we have anybody like Kobe? That's
go figure. Shea Guevara wants to come off on the men's national team. Who are you pulling for? Cuba?
No, I'm pulling for USA. I'm asking.
Oh, it sounds like it.
We're going to be really good.
That's
always
totally weird, but you do you. I just want to know if we're going to have that as a team. To have that dog in
We
them.
all listen between the lines. Soft. He brings you LeBron. Like I said, are we going to have anyone tough on the team?
Depends on if Kevin Durant's down there. I mean, he's Mr.
Be
USA
watching
basketball.
What, Kevin Durant at like 46?
LeBron might be playing it. God knows how old he'll be by then. He might actually be 46 when 2028 rolls around.
No, he's not that old.
No, he's like 42. And at number 5, an old Chinese woman was recently hospitalized after swallowing 8 live frogs to treat the back pain caused by a herniated disc. After hearing a rumor that swallowing live frogs could help relieve back pain, the woman, surnamed Zhang, asked some relatives to catch some mid-sized amphibians for her, but didn't tell them what she planned to do with them. She proceeded to swallow 5 live frogs one day and followed that up with another 3 the next day. It wasn't long before she started experiencing excruciating stomach pain, and she was rushed to the hospital, where doctors said that, quote, swallowing live frogs damaged the patient's digestive system and allowed parasites into her system.
Ugh.
Go figure. After
This is totally not as good as the one I gave you to do.
the one you gave me to do was not even what you thought it was.
It's a story involving flatulence. It would have been incredible. It's Russ's favorite thing.
You thought it was going to be a world record story, and it wasn't even close.
Flatulence is my favorite thing.
You kind of like it gives you an excuse to hit the.
A good fart joke is always welcome, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing.
No.
I wouldn't pass one up for a 5 kick.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by Garage Beer, American-owned, Tennessee-brewed, 100% beer-flavored beer, bringing us to the Trailhead Beer Market tomorrow in South Knoxville. This is a great spot, very easy to get to. If you've never been, you're going to love Trailhead Beer Market. Come out, hang out with us. We're going to be outside on the patio. They got picnic tables. It's just such a cool, laid-back vibe. And Garage Beer on tap and 12 packs to go. We got to sell some of these 12 packs, folks. So come Thursday, grab a 12 pack on your way out. Support Fan Run by supporting our friends at Garage Beer, bringing the drive to Trailhead Beer Market tomorrow. And don't forget that Gatto Pelagroso food truck with some of the best cheeseburgers you will ever have. Absolutely 100% elite. 3 to 6 tomorrow, the drive live at Trailhead Beer Market presented by Garage Beer. Magic Mike in the text box says Bear was totally for the Russian shady clock deal back in the day.
Absolutely was not.
Absolute
was
robbery.
Was that the 72 Olympics in
you got
Munich?
Magic
Robbery?
Mike. He just texts you personally, and you just read whatever he texts you.
He's a good texter.
Yeah,
he's an elite texter.
I'm sure he is. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You were the guy in the you were in the hammer and sickle uniform going, no, you must play it again. Run it back, do it. Wasn't that they gave him like a second chance?
Yes,
if I was alive, I think I was like, what, 1 or 2?
It was. I remember it was in a documentary I watched. Basically, we were up 1 with no time left. They had to inbound the ball and score on the other end of the court.
Yeah.
They tried it once, failed. The refs gave them the ball back when they should.
They gave him a do-over.
Yep, and then they went down and scored, and that
It's
was
an outrage.
Kind of the biggest loss in USA basketball history.
Complete outrage. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll go out to California and talk to Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, get his thoughts on Tennessee and Arkansas. Let's get Westchester in here while we got a minute. What's up, Westchester?
Good evening, gentlemen. Greetings from beautiful Oliver Springs High School. How are y'all?
We're doing good. It's bizarre to me that you are in the parking lot of a high school almost 2 full hours before the game kicks off. I feel like you should be on some sort of warning registry. As a matter of fact, Walker, if you could go ahead and call the Oliver Springs Police Department and let them know what's going on here. I don't want to be held accountable for anything that could possibly go wrong. But Westchester, I hope you're doing well out there.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this game tonight. I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever seen a 1A game in my so-called life, so I'm looking forward to this tonight. We're not going to talk about the game that's not being played because I don't know enough about it. But the Sentinel is so up to date on what's going on that they printed that game today. That's what happens when you have out of town journalists trying to run a local newspaper. But
who's Oliver Springs playing?
Oliver Springs is hosting Midway.
They're like, I'm not laughing. Like I love that level of football, but you'll literally see like a team of like 25 kids on it.
Yeah, 250 kids roughly each school.
It's single A football at its best.
I do have some fantastic news for you, Russ. It's only a 40-minute drive from the beautiful studios down to William Blount High School next week. You need to try to figure out a way to do that if you're not live on remote. West is playing for their playoff lives next week at William Blount. They need to win that one, and they are essentially in, believe it or not. Powell, Central, and Halls have all pretty much locked. William Blount, West, and Carnes are all fighting for that patented or that.
Don't let the Rebels get hot. Don't let the Rebs get hot. You don't want none of this.
I'm just telling you, they're not. Despite a rough start to the season, they're not out of it yet.
It's a proud program, Westchester. Don't you forget it.
Yeah, and I know you don't go to home games. So I think there's a couple restraining orders or something. But maybe you could go to a road game. I don't know how all that works, but I'm not an attorney. But guys, I'm looking forward to the Tennessee game this weekend. This one school in the SEC that usually has worse luck than Tennessee, it's Arkansas. So hopefully the ball will bounce our way a couple times, and we put this game away early, and play some backups and get some good experience. I look forward to a drumming. Also, want to remind everybody the Predator season starts tonight on ESPN Plus. So it's hockey time, it's football time, baseball playoffs are wrapping up. No shortage of sports, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow.
Hey,
I'll bring you I'll show you my work tomorrow. I'll bring it with me and show you West's path to the playoffs.
All right,
so you can see it in person and get excited.
Westchester going to make an appearance at the Trailhead Remote tomorrow. Garage Beer. Let's get DR Vault in here next. DR, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
I also will be making an appearance. So I'm hoping I get to run into Westchester.
Let's go.
I'm pick up a 12-pack. That'll be my tailgating beer for Saturday's Garage Beer. Really good light beer. I know I got to make it quick, guys. Arkansas, that really pissed me off. That guy talking about groomers is our thing. They need to find their own thing to, make up rumors about. That's a high I will never stop chasing, our groomers.
Yeah, they are kind of cutting in on our action, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, what in the world? I will say, I don't remember who said it. I think it might have been Bob yesterday. Somebody said it yesterday. After what's happened with Belichick, I'm good. I'm good with never getting groomers again. Honestly,
I disagree with it a little bit, guy. I think they're just two different people. I don't think Gruden would. Number one, Gruden's happily married. He's not showing up with a girl 50-something years younger than him and be completely out to lunch.
That's fair. You don't have to worry about Gruden dating one of the sorority girls.
No.
Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the thing tomorrow, DR, but I'm really hoping that we can get you out to the Cotton Eye Joe on January 21st for the Micro Maidens.
There is a better chance of seeing the Yankees in the next round of the playoffs than seeing me, Russ.
Hold me closer. Tiny dancers.
Oh.
Well, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I have a beer waiting on me.
We'll be there for you, man. 2'10",
4'12". That's still, I don't think I'm gonna get that.
The tiny dancers. All right,
4'12".
Hey, man, I love hearing the listeners say they're gonna show up for the drive tomorrow. Come out, see us. Garage Beer bringing the drive to Trailhead Beer Market. When we continue, the great Christopher Gabriel of KMJ Fresno joins the festivities. He's got thoughts on Tennessee, Arkansas this weekend. Also wants to talk about James Franklin, UCLA. I know he's close to that situation. So a lot of college football talk when we continue. Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM.
Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app.
This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Carter High School's Brody Sparks. The Hornets quarterback completed 14 of 17 passes for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also had 7 carries for 51 yards and 3 more touchdowns in Carter's 49-6 win over Fulton last week. Carter High School's Brody Sparks, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated, they can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 a.m., the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
Good afternoon. Starting to pick up with more volume. No surprise, really, here.
Walker back with you on a Thursday afternoon edition of the show. And look who we got now. Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno. What up, CG?
Hey, Russ. Oh, I'm sorry. Russ, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to start the grill in a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm in the parking lot of Veterans Memorial Stadium. I know I'm 29 hours early for the Buchanan Clovis West High School football game, but I just felt like I needed to be here to kind of soak up the atmosphere early like your listener and just be here and be ready. I'm ready. I'm hashtag full service, Russ.
Westchester catching a stray this afternoon.
That's good.
I kind of like it. Oh, man, what's going on, brother? How you been?
Well, Been great. Great to listen to you guys. I guess if Baskerville's too important to be on the show? Where the hell is he?
Yeah, he is on sabbatical. We haven't heard from him. He just, he just disappears for a week at a time. We thought he's planning it around the off weekend, like, oh, he's not going to be here. Crafty veteran move. Little did he was just going to take the whole next week off as well.
Apparently he is. I first met him with you doing the remote a couple of years ago, and he showed me his IDs. And there was some sort of secretive badge in there. I guess he leaves. He goes on to South America. He's in Montenegro. Whatever. Okay. Well, all right. I thought that the drive was the priority. Apparently not. So, I'm here. I'm 2,000. I'm 2,300 west. I'm here, Russ. He's not.
International man of mystery, Bob Baskerville. Actually, will be back with us tomorrow on location.
Okay, good. Very
at
good.
Trailhead Beer Market. Come on out and see him. CG, we got a big game this weekend. We owe Arkansas after what they did to us last year down there in Fayetteville. Differing degrees of worry over this one, depending on who you talk to. Where are you at with the CG worry meter coming into the Arkansas game?
Well, I certainly understand. I mean, I know where you're going with this. I've talked to a lot of Vols fans, certainly a lot of listeners to your wonderful show, and hello to everybody in East Tennessee and the great Southeast. Always a great pleasure to chat with you. I hear what everybody is saying. There, it's a coaching change, and what are we to expect from Bobby Petrino? And I'm going to take this from two standpoints, Russ. From that standpoint, I get it. You look at the UCLA game against Penn State, and you had a team that was going nowhere under Foster, and in comes Tim Skipper, a guy who I know and know very well. He was here 2 years ago at Fresno State, taking over the bowl game against New Mexico State. And then he coached last year. He coached to a 6-6 year, and basically the understanding was if he wins his bowl game, he's going to get the job. He doesn't, much to the outcry of a lot of players and former players. But the point being, Tim Skipper went in there with Jerry Neuheisel and, called a terrific game. I think the other part of that, though, that is not getting enough weight is this was James Franklin at his finest. I mean, this was not a top 10 or a top 5, top 10, top 25 team, but this was James Franklin showing up at a game that he should win. He should easily win against just a terrible UCLA team. And that's not some shot against Nico. It's just a bad football team, and they looked horrible. So the influx of a new coach, a new offensive system that they had all of 4 days to implement, and a new play caller, I think a lot of Vols fans are looking at Bobby Petrino coming in and saying, "Oh, I don't know. It's going to be scary." Well, okay, we as fans tend to look at a game from one point of view. What are we going to do with Bobby Petrino? I would reverse that and say, what is Bobby Petrino and a team that lost by 185 points to Notre Dame, what are they going to do against us? And I listen, I'm not minimizing the fact that he's a good coach. He's got a great offensive mind. Kalen Green is a solid player. He did pretty much whatever he wanted against us last year in the second half. Let's not forget, Russ, that was a game that we pretty much had in hand starting the second half and should have won that game going away. I'm not going to say could have, should have won that game going away. And for any number of reasons, and we don't need to list them here, the game got close, the game got away from us, and then Nico ran out of bounds. And that was that. So I have concerns about a new offense, but I would have more concerns for Arkansas trying to stop this offense, which is much better than their defense. I'm not disrespecting Arkansas, but I do think that, when you look at their team, even before they made the switch, this is a team that has been almost ineffective in the second half of games. And Notre Dame is a team that doesn't have any more talent than we have. That game was at Arkansas. Different coaching staff or not, I certainly like our chances late afternoon Saturday in the Cathedral on the river.
Christopher Gabriel, KFJ Fresno, our guest here this afternoon. CG, you mentioned the Penn State UCLA game. What a unexpected upset that was over the weekend. And, you're close to the situation down there, being, in the state anyway. What do you make of not only what's going on at UCLA and where they go, and we're seeing some different names being linked to that job, but James Franklin at Penn State suddenly on the hot seat there. Fans want to change, don't know if they're going to be able to afford it. Seems like two programs that were seemingly going in opposite directions just collided there, and everything exploded in the Rose Bowl.
Well, you framed that absolutely spot on. As far as the UCLA part of it goes, this is a program that has been in disarray. You saw, if you didn't watch the game, you saw highlights of it, and you saw a lot more empty seats than you saw bodies in it. And that's part and parcel of what UCLA gets. I mean, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena is 25 miles from UCLA's campus in Westwood. So unless they have a team that is competing for a national championship, or at a minimum a Big 12 champion, a Big 10 championship, they're not going to get a lot of fans there. Nobody wants to go. But it's been in disarray. Recruiting has been a problem. USC has been slightly on the rise with Lincoln Riley. So there's a lot of things working against it. One of the coaches that is on their list for potential permanent coaches is Fresno State's coach, Matt Entz, who came here from being the assistant head coach at USC last year. And prior to that, the head coach who won 2 national championships at North Dakota State. Penn State is an entirely different situation. I have a couple of media buddies out here, one who covers Fresno State, one who covers Oregon. And again, they're both alums of Penn State. They're both fed up. They and a whole bunch of folks in State College, like the majority of State College, want him out of here. And his numbers have been well documented. This is a guy who has a great winning percentage at Penn State. I mean, relatively speaking, he's 104-44. I wanted to make sure I had the right number. But against top 10 teams, he's 4-21. Against top 25 teams, he's 15-28. Fellas, that's terrible. That's terrible for a program that expects to win those games. And my gut says that they're not going to be getting rid of James Franklin just that quickly, even though fans want him out of there. Russ, what have we normally seen with situations like this? We see an athletic director quietly telling the head coach, you're going to need to make a couple of staff changes. We need to have a couple of sacrificial lambs. We need to have a couple of guys that fall on the sword. That is step number one. If you don't get this thing changed around inside of another season, then you're gone. It's a high buyout, but Penn State has deep pockets. Make no mistake about it. We always like to talk about Texas A&M. Penn State, I mean, that's a state that my family lived in for 50 years. I have a lot of friends that went there. I've covered a couple of games there. That is a program that has deep pockets, and if they wanted to get rid of him this year, I think they could. But I think Russ, I think they would be hard-pressed in saying, we're going to get rid of a coach now the last 3 seasons who has gone 11-2, 10-3, 13-3, made it to the college football playoffs. I mean, we can look at it from the outside and say it's a disaster, but I think he's got probably one more year to get this thing turned around, Russ.
Yep, it's going to be expensive to fire these guys. And it's like the North Carolina situation, Belichick, and we're seeing differing reports that there's some difference in terms of what people think the buyout is. Front Office Sports is reporting today that it's up near $50 million. So, yeah, I mean, like, how do you, these athletics directors, CG, are going to have to start getting real with the way they write these contracts, man. Why on earth would you give, I know he's Bill Belichick. Where's he going to go? He takes your job. If he leaves, man. Why are you writing a $50 million buyout into the deal?
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, the only place he's going to go is probably Dallas, the Cowboys. I mean, that would be one place that would be a landing spot. The thing that is interesting, this is a multi-layered situation with Bill Belichick. I mean, first of all, you start with the varying accounts of what's going on. UNC, officials, they're denying reports that they're trying to force him out. And then there's other reports saying they're discussing buyout options. And then there's potential and preliminary exit strategy discussions. Well, a lot of people are planning this stuff. And you know as well as I do that there's a lot. I mean, we've both been contacted by people that ask us, I know I have on multiple occasions, to plant some sort of story about some sort of coach. And I don't play that game. But I think with Belichick, I guess, Russ, the thing that jumps out at me is when they talk about right now about trying to force him out or get him out. What was the game plan and / end game going in? Was it a 1-year trial for him? Was it, let's take a shot at the legendary coach of the Patriots, the multi-Super Bowl champion winning coach, and give him a shot? Because frankly, I've never heard of a coach, a big name coach like him, a guy that's a marquee name that goes to a college, gets all the press that he gets, specials and different things on, produced by ESPN, by Fox Sports, by CBS, by ABC, by pretty much everybody. And now they're talking about this as though this was a 1-year trial for Bill Belichick the entire time. I'm at a point now where I don't know what is true and what isn't. It seems to me, if I just move aside everything, onto the periphery, seems like you would need to give him 1 extra year to see where things are going, because it's not like North Carolina has some sort of extensive football pedigree and they're going to be able to go out and get somebody that is going to want to come to North Carolina and Kenan Stadium in beautiful Chapel Hill and suddenly say, you know what, I'm here now. We're going to win a national championship. When you look at the ACC, there are a couple of programs, no matter whether they're doing well or not. Miami, Florida State, Virginia Tech, Clemson. Again, like them or not, whether they're doing well or not, those are much, much bigger names in football than North Carolina has been or is right now. So I would be shocked, buyout notwithstanding, if they decided to get rid of Bill Belichick this fast. Maybe they can get rid of Jordan, but not him.
The one and only Christopher Gabriel, our guest, KMJ Fresno, where you can find him. And CG will be with us for the special Halloween show coming up on Friday, October 31st at Calhoun's on the River, the eve of the Oklahoma game, CG's annual trip into town. I cannot wait. We got a lot of business to take care of before we get there, CG, but that is already shaping up to be just a wonderful weekend.
I can't wait. It's going to be 3 weeks from tonight that me, you, Bear, and my brother-in-law will be breaking bread over some outstanding steak and probably bourbon or some sort of alcoholic beverage. And there's nothing that I look forward to more during the year. And I know this sounds like, a big embellished statement, but it's the honest truth of coming in, seeing you, Bear, and all your great listeners, meeting so many folks, and, being out on Calhoun is one of my favorite places, if not my favorite place in Knoxville, to go and broadcast the program. And then, of course, Oklahoma comes in. Mateer's going to be back. Of course he is, right? Of course he's going to be back.
Might be back this weekend.
Yeah, right. But I'd rather have them at full strength so that the Vols can beat them at full strength.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else, CD. It's going to be a whole thing. Tony Basilio is going to be doing his show down there from 11 to 1. We're going to be hanging out there in costume. It's Halloween. There's going to be music on the deck out there. And I haven't told you about this. I don't know if you've been listening to the station lately this week, but we have this box, this huge wooden box that I'm told is filled with over $4,000 of merchandise. It's like we're playing The Price is Right or something. We don't know what's in the box, but we're taking registrants. We're going to give it away at Calhoun's on Halloween, and one lucky Fan Run listener is going to win whatever's in the box.
Wow, that's that's impressive. There's a lot of different places I can take that. I thought initially that you're going to say to me that Bear's going to be in there.
No, I was going to say to you, Christopher Gabriel.
Yes, congratulations. You've won CG. Yeah. Take him home.
Just open that thing up.
Home
hot takes come out. Lasers.
Yes, everybody needs to have their favorite Yankee, and I could be that person, or not favorite Yankee, as it were. But I'm looking forward to that. I love the deck at Calhoun's. Love Calhoun's. So to me, we're going to be right there on the river. We're going to be in the distant shadow of the Madhouse on the river. There's just nothing better, boys.
No, it's going to be a fantastic weekend for sure. All right, CG, last thing, we'll let you out of here. Aside from the obvious, a W Saturday over the Hogs, what do you want to see from Tennessee? How do you want to see it go down?
I want to see it. I want to see us beat the hell out of them. I mean, I really do. I mean, listen, I can go the standard route and say, yeah, let's just get a W, boys. Let's just do that. But you know what? That game last year turned into an embarrassment. It was an embarrassment against a team that was inferior to Tennessee. That's not to say that they didn't have good players. And I mean, I covered Taylon Green out here at Boise State, but that was an embarrassment. And if there was a game, if we have any chance at all in this game to turn this into one of the first games that we played against Drink and Missouri, if there's a minute to go and there's a chance to go up by 4 or 5 scores, I'd like to see Hype do it, because I'm tired of hearing them from the Arkansas fans, tired of hearing their players, there's holes in their defense. Okay. Are there more or less holes in the defense that you showed against Notre Dame? I'd like to see us, I think sometimes when you really get down to it, I think sometimes Hype, and I'm not breaking news here, gets a little conservative when we have a lead, and that's not the Hype from 2022. I'd like to see him go back, rediscover that Josh Heupel, and remind everybody that when we have a lead, and we will have a lead in this game, put our feet on their collective throats and absolutely squash the life out of them.
CG wants to see the claw marks on Bobby Petrino's back. I'm here for it. CG, I hope your prediction comes true. Can't wait to see you here in a couple of weeks. Have a great weekend. Thanks for jumping on.
You too. By the way, one quick thing. I have to say real quickly, I have the honor of a lifetime. I am going as the media representative on Honor Flight. Monday.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It is going to be an absolute privilege to be with these 70 or so fantastic Americans, great veterans. As the media rep, I will get to tell their stories, show their stories as they are playing out at all these wonderful memorials. It's truly the honor of a lifetime, boys.
Are you going all the way to Washington for that?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
I'll be on the flight 6 a.m. Monday morning. On Tuesday, we go to all the memorials. There's a variety of different dinners and celebrations, and then we come back Wednesday. And when these veterans come back on Wednesday, it is a hero's welcome in the Fresno Yosemite International Airport. There's a band. The whole place is decked out in red, white, and blue. People are cheering. You can't find space in there. It is in many cases, and this is a flight that's going to have mostly Vietnam veterans. It is going to be the hero's welcome for them that they never got.
Yes. Oh, man. That's one of the sorriest chapters in American history, the way we treated those guys.
Absolutely.
Coming back from a war like they had no choice but to get most of them drafted, and then that's awesome, man. That'll be such a great experience.
Yeah, we love what we do in sports, but this is real life. And it is just going to be a great honor to be just, not a fly on the wall, but be a part of this, a very small part of this. And again, to be able to just tell some of their stories and let them tell their stories. And like you said, a sad chapter in our history, but hopefully this in some way will give these gentlemen and ladies a little bit of closure. A lot of these folks didn't even want to go, but they had to get talked into it. And when they go, hopefully they will realize that they are among their fellow Americans, fellow veterans, and they will be willing to share their stories with each other.
Hear, hear. Christopher, thank you, my friend. We will do it again soon. Love you, bud.
Love you too, man. Thanks, bud. Go Vols.
Christopher Gabriel checking in this afternoon, making his presence felt. My dad got to go on one of those a couple of years ago, the Honor Air thing from here. And I think it was just like a day trip. Like they went in the morning, hit a bunch of the memorials, and then came back at night.
It's pretty cool. That's a lot for one day, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they spent the night. I don't know. That was a while ago. Always wanted to do something like that. They also have a thing, and this is completely different, but remember a couple of years ago, they had one of those old, like World War II bomber planes.
Like a B-29.
Yeah. And like it was over here and they like took people up in it.
Yeah.
And it's like not pressurized and all that stuff.
No,
so
it's incredibly loud as well. Yeah. I don't know about rickety. It won us a world war, my friend.
They were rickety. Did you ever see that movie? It's a great book too, Unbroken, the story of Louis Zamperini.
No, I haven't seen that one, but I have watched.
Because he talked about like he would fly those planes and like, I mean, it was an open, like it was, This was the 1940s, so flight technology was still relatively new, but like those planes were not well built. As that whole Unbroken is about, like they crashed in the ocean and this guy survived like 40 days at sea, and then he's in a Japanese prison camp. And
Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
You saw that, Walker?
Yeah, I saw that and read the book. Really incredible story.
But yeah, they still have a couple of those planes, and every now and then, like they do tours where they'll bring them and like let civilians go up in them.
I love how they sound.
Stay with us. The shocking conclusion of The Drive coming up next, right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik. And together we are the Cover Boys, and we cover college football like no one else.
Each week, we preview all the big games in college football, and we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Good afternoon. THP spotted earlier on I-40 out through parts of Sevier County, especially headed up towards Dandridge through that section of Jeff County as traffic gets a little bit heavier in the last 15-20 minutes right now through downtown on 40 West at 17th Street. It's stop and go now Broadway through Fountain City. It's been busy on and off today. 40 East there at White Road. Hey, Zips Car Wash has been remodeling throughout East Tennessee. Get upgraded shine and protection right now at your local Zips Car Wash. Check
live at fanrunradio.com and your free Fan Run app. We're also on YouTube on the Fan Run TV channel. Go ahead and subscribe to us there. This is The Drive. We've been doing it every day for 15 years, 3 to 6, since 2010. Missed anything? Go back and check out the podcast. It's brought to you by our friends over at Broadway Carpets online, broadwaycarpets.com. Let's see what's going on in the text box. One person says, Westchester talking about the Predators is pot meeting kettle. That's not nice. We got another texter says, is Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the box?
Oh, man.
Spoiler alert.
Come on. It's been almost 20 years.
One person says, how goofy is LSU going to look with that? Is it Zatarain's bottle on there? What's Zatarain?
It's like Cajun food brand. They sell like.
What is that one that does Tony Chachere or whatever? That's always
Chet.
They're always advertising it on SEC Network.
I got a thing of it in my spice cabinet. I saw it last night. Tony Cheshire.
Another person says Westchester checks out more high school kids than Josh Heupel could ever dream of.
That's not nice.
No, that's not a nice thing to say about our listeners.
No.
I don't know why anybody would take the time to type out that text. Moose says, enough with the coleslaw slander. I say what I say. Listen, I'm not a hater. I don't hate on things all the time. That's not but when I do, it's coming from a place of purity and it's sincere. And I mean it when I say you can take all the coleslaw in the world and fire it directly into the sun. Life would be better without coleslaw. Yeah. That's what I said.
I can't argue with that. It's not good.
Thank you,
Walker. Throw in with that guy? Where's your list at? Have you written any of it down?
No, because unlike you, I'm not a hater. Like the hate cannon doesn't just spew just pure
propaganda you've been pumping
just
out
pure
for almost
hatred
10 years now.
We've literally got a list. It's literally its own.
You've got
show.
a list that you created.
You think I just conjured it out of it? Okay. So again, when I say something that I hate something, like I mean it. I mean it.
You've had more than
I'm not a hater.
I should write all this stuff down probably, but I'm not like you. I'm not going to hold it over your head. Some of your more eccentric takes. I don't know why you hate coleslaw.
You're doing it right now. This is why the list exists. You wonder why these things happen.
Coleslaw's kind of awesome.
It's not. It's not good with anything.
Roberto, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Interesting slaw take. I'm not a slaw fan either, except for my mom's, and it's more like heavy mustard. It's a yellow slaw.
Really?
Could you do with more mustard and vinegar in your slaw as opposed to the sweet tasting slaw is awful. Sweet tasting mayonnaise is gross. I even admit that. But you should try my mom's.
Where the heck does mustard coleslaw come from? What's its origin?
Well, it's heavier vinegar, so it's going to be like Carolina based, pretty much, is a way to look at that. Yep.
Huh. Okay. I got you.
It's good. It's good. And I'm with Russ on this. Like, I'm not a slaw guy, but that's good. Heavy celery flavor too. No extra stuff, just cabbage. I don't know. Anyways, Russ, maybe one day.
No.
I just saw Jordan Moore's post. Did you guys see this about win probabilities and all the stuff he always posts? I about just ran over to the Mississippi River and dove in.
I've not seen it. What does it say?
It's like 50-50 win
this game?
percentile. Yes.
That's absurd.
It's because their offense is so good. And our defense. Yeah, I'm for it. I ain't get it.
Well,
disrespect us all you want. You know, we got some holes in our defense, apparently. Funny, those holes are about to be plugged by guys who haven't played yet. That's clever. I'd like to see David Hobbs just blow through that defense or that offensive line. Is it Mike Washington? Is that the running back?
Yes.
Just pile drive him into oblivion. Just leave his ass printed on Neyland's turf. That'd be pretty fun to watch.
It's a good spine buster.
I mean, listen, there should be no shortage of motivation for anybody associated with Tennessee in regards to this game. None.
I feel like that's an intangible for us. Is this, you know, it's not revenge that he seeks. It's the reckoning. Thank you. You got that one? Thank you, Russ.
Oh, yes.
I'm guessing Walker probably didn't get that.
No, I have no idea.
Never seen Tombstone?
Nope, haven't seen it.
Oh, man, you need to bump that up to the top of your list, brother.
That is the best movie of all time, in my personal opinion.
It takes a lot for me to get. I know it's a Western, isn't it?
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to get into a Western.
It's not your traditional Western. It's really quotable. Val Kilmer being snubbed for even best supporting actor, being snubbed for even the nomination is the greatest snub of all time.
Say when. It does not pass your first number one. Still number one. You need to watch Full Metal Jacket.
That's a great movie too. That's really good. Guys, I really appreciate the time. I just, like I said, the reason I called in was to draw your attention to Jordan Moore. Go check out what he put on the X machine. And then I'm over near Arkansas. I'm closer to the University of Arkansas right now than the University of Tennessee. And there's not a lot of hope amongst their fan base right now. I'll put it that way. And the fact that they have a known, I was going to say perv. I don't know if that's allowed to be said, but
adulterer.
He is not. Sir?
Adulterer.
That's a better word.
Yes. That's more accurate too.
Yeah.
Not pervy. He's just an adulterer.
A little pervy.
He's a pervy adulterer, potentially.
He's a womanizer.
He is a captain. To go from Sam Pittman to that guy, their fan base isn't very happy. Let's just put it that way.
Thank you, Roberto. We got to run. Folks, we will talk to you tomorrow. Come on out and see us. We'll be at Trailhead Beer Market, 1317 Island Home Avenue, presented by Garage Beer. For Baird Walker, I am merely Russell Smith. We'll talk to you tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and so is Garage Beer. And this week we're out for both Friday afternoon at Trailhead Beer Market. Join Fan Run Radio for a special live broadcast of The Drive this Friday from 3 to 6 at Trailhead Beer Market in South Knoxville, presented by Garage Beer. We'll be giving away 4 passes to the Tailgating for a Cause tailgate party in Circle Park, complete with food, beverages, and TVs for early game watching. One lucky Fan Run listener will win the passes, plus a Garage Beer tailgate prize pack, including a retro tailgate folding chair, shirts, hats, koozies, sunglasses, and more. Registration begins at 3 p.m. with the drawing at 6 this Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, 1317 Island Home Avenue. Come get ready to roast the hogs on a football Friday at Trailhead Beer Market, presented by Garage Beer. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection, and